I believe so. So
Wow, it's
What?
almost like we're streaming, Colin.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's
tell 'em
different
to
if
buckle
like
up.
it's random
It's
people. But if it's
different.
like, I just
Different if
want to
people are
warn.
actually listening.
I just want to warn Omega that I'm not gonna change like the way
no,
I
I'm
talk
not asking anybody
at
to
all.
change.
Yeah. Okay, Omega, you read that the monologue that I wrote or whatever, the weird erotic novel.
Hell fucking no.
Come on, do it.
Who's
You
that?
guys are not. It's my sister, man.
What?
Don't mind if I do. With your
Put it up.
legs wrapped
What are you
around my
saying?
waist, your weight is now supported by more.
That's the stream.
All right.
I'm kidding.
You don't have to
No,
watch
no, no.
if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping it
That's
there.
good. I sometimes shut up on your videos, but my phone told me it's being work.
Omega's famous.
Oh my god!
He's not.
It has not been
He's
fixed.
also extremely popular, and everybody loves him and thinks he's amazing.
Isaac.
My
So
baby's
Isaac,
Omega.
Oh, come on, then. Just don't tell me, teacher. Got it, girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's you.
you get it,
It's
girl.
live
Omega.
streaming.
They can hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh,
Oh, she can't hear us.
oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yes,
We can hear her, but it's
We
probably
have the
headphones.
stream.
Yeah.
That is
Like
definitely
it's
Omega's
delayed.
sister.
Let her hear us.
That's the exact
embarrassed
same.
now.
Oh
She's
fuck!
got a live. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What do you mean? That's the only
We're
reason why
showering
we didn't care what we said.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what else to be your boob?
She's listening in from like the live stream, so like it's delayed by a bit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's quite a
Yeah, we
bit.
have viewers.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
the one. The one viewer.
I've always been the singular one.
It was me, Barry.
Most of the views are me going back over sessions.
I think me, because I can't watch it all in one sitting, so sometimes I do it more than
Oh.
once, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I go back to old sessions.
There's a guy at work who started watching all the Delta Greens.
Nice.
Those are pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's not as polished as these. Oh yeah, so you guys are at Monroe's meeting. Cotley just laid out all the loot that he has available for the party. If people want
Sorry, I'm
things.
back.
Hi, Isaac.
Hello. What have I missed?
Sounds like nobody wants anything, Cotley. I guess you get all of it.
Oh no! Well,
Oh,
so one, I actually didn't offer it to anybody.
that's
But
true,
two-
yeah.
No. What
Yeah.
I said was based on like I know that it's possible that we had a will and that Snog may have bequeathed some items, and I figured we could do this along with that afterwards, based on kind of maybe how that goes, or just period. But yeah, I mean, if we want to go, I mean, if y'all want to go through loot and kind of just like requisition stuff or just like pass stuff out, we can do that. But
That's what I was asking. That's what I was wondering. Like, was this loot going out retroactive? Like, we did this on the fly over to Fandolin, and we just kind of like flashing back to putting out loot, and then doing the meeting where we cut back from, or we stopped on last time, or
Doesn't matter to me. It could have been like last session. I just wanted to. We completely forgot about all that stuff, so I thought we could retroactively hand out loot. You
Yeah,
may
I
or
just
may
figured
not
we
want to
were-
have slightly better gear as we
I just figured
continue
we
this
were gonna-
episode. Yeah.
yeah, I just figured we were gonna do it before we headed out on a new thing or whatever, or
yeah.
just
Yeah,
basically after we were done being emotionally scarred by the loss of Snog, the clearly most valiant of
boy.
us all. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
I know
and
we
also,
still have Snog's eulogy too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Graham doesn't know
Christ.
anything that's happened for like 3 sessions, and he also
Yeah, and also we were missing
Yeah.
people, so yeah.
well,
Yeah.
because I'm just saying like Graham
Do we need
missed
to
the
recap?
funeral, but
we
there
need
is
to-
another funeral. Did
we
you
need the
watch them,
weekly-
Graham?
didn't get to watch all of it, but I did read the summary a little bit, so I have.
We need
There's a
the
summary?
we need the weekly recap.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who don't you write it in like the session sign up? It's not like super detailed.
Oh,
But...
yeah, that's almost not detailed at all.
All right. Well, last time on Hostile Takeover Z.
Yeah.
So the Z characters found themselves in the city of Phandalin. No, so we all made a decision to try and catch up with these traveling troubadours and actors that were going to make their way to Phandalin. At the same time as there was civil unrest in Phandalin, where Jeff seemed to find it in his power to rabble the people on behalf of his dead cousin, which he felt somehow gave him position and authority to be some kind of community leader. And he was trying to rabble people together to try and push for basically him to be on town council and whatever, drain the swamp and whatever other bullshit. I don't know. And of course he was like trying to convince everybody that we murdered everybody and all we're the whatever we're the conspicuous element in the town. Meanwhile, we roll in with 75 golden camels and a huge elephant. No, not really, but like we roll in with this magical light show and all of these performers, uh as we've become customary to say, Prince Aliing the shit, as we like rode into town singing kind of like the ballad of Snog, basically, and telling about like the fight that we had with
Venom Tooth, Venom Fang.
Venom Fang. Yeah, the desolation of Snog is what I call it, and it was yeah, the battle with Venom Fang and the whole thing about like how she was pretending to be a lady and that blah blah, and also bending the truth a little bit to tell how all of the dragon cultists were going around killing people in the city because they wanted to take over this city just like they had taken over that one, delivering all of its riches to the dragon that they praised, which of course we stopped by killing all of the dragon cultists and the dragon, and then basically presenting Aroa, who is Sir Donald, basically as if killing the dragon had like broken some kind of curse that freed her or whatever, and so now everybody's just cool with it. Everybody's just cool.
They rolled
Like,
really well.
yeah. Oh well, we didn't. We didn't. I rolled pretty shit, but
Well,
but
they rolled
it
worse.
still came up.
Yeah.
But it still came up 15s and 15s and 17s and 16s and stuff, and so
We gaslit
yeah.
the shit out of this village.
Yeah, no, they bought it. They bought the hell out of it, and I finally found a use for the Warhorn of Valor, so which I just stumbled the fuck on, and yeah, that was basically that was it, and we we were gonna bring in what's his nuts,
I don't know. Oh, Sildar.
Sildar. Yeah, we were gonna bring him in on the whole thing, but then we just decided to just like feed him the party line, and he was like, "Oh, I can't believe it. It's just too much," and blah blah blah, and so that's what everybody believes happened, and that for all intents and purposes, that is what happened. Um, we had plans to contact Sharna and use the momentum of this to try and make a move to free Black Arrow as a part of this plan. However, Monroe, kind of instinctually enacted on a plan while we were doing this whole other thing to go check on something, and he came back and basically has something to say that we there's no way we can or we shouldn't contact Sharna about Black Arrow, and I think he's basically about to tell us why.
Anybody else want to add things before I start adding things?
Dabby had a breathtaking speech at
Oh.
Snog's funeral.
Oh yeah.
Just the most corporate PR, like beautiful
Oh, yeah.
speech.
Yeah, it's up
And
there.
I guess House and Monroe were gone for a bit on the train ride back, and then there was a guy from House Inc. Yari was on the train with you guys for a while there too, doing some shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah, and Monroe got fired.
Yeah.
There's a new decisionist who's a human paladin that you can see, right? What is it?
It was
Control
Isaac's
or
new
shift?
character.
Yeah, Isaac's new character. Monroe is now a documenter, and also Omega and Aurora switched roles.
Who's in between? Whose token is in between Aurora and Harsh on the train there?
You mean that's the goblin.
Raxus has got,
Yeah.
or Arxis has got a new.
Oh yeah, you gotta glow up.
Has a glow up,
Got
and
some
then
new threads.
and the girl is Aurora, formerly Sir
No, I know.
Donald.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
I got that.
No, he had that mask of groupie floopers, and there was this whole thing about it like channeling wild magic, which ended with Arzex taking a massive nasty dump on the train, and he had to change his clothes.
Okay, that's just the change of clothes.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then because I was so technically, according to the way that it worked last time, you actually Blackfeet have you're missing right now. What happened was when I guess we could just do it. But basically, I was considering you have been meditating in your room essentially while you weren't here, which was fine. You just secluded yourself. Also, you would now be rank 2 of whatever you were. I think you were a cultant. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the thingy. You're also level 5. I don't know if you went through that.
I don't know if I changed that or not. I'll have a look.
Okay, yeah. So you should be level 5 and cultant 2. No, you're still level 4.
I just realized that I didn't press enter on this stuff, on this second items of stuff here that's all going into the
Oh, vault. Nice. Oh yeah, no, we're all trying to just remember what you said.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, everything that I actually wrote this all up and added it according to me to the vault last week. Luckily Discord just kept it.
Oh, perfect.
In the little send thing, so here it is. Bam.
Nice. Right. That's good. So is that all going in the vault?
So as of right now, it's just like we got to the train. I just dumped all that shit in the vault.
Right.
But I'm gonna
go through it or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like the green dragon skull is now mounted.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if this doesn't include anything you had prior to that either. Like you still have a bunch of things.
No, and also because a lot of those things are on people or like
right, yeah. And it, also, if you have time and you're in a decent sized city, you can exchange the copper and silver, like to a money changer
and things like that.
Yeah,
I'll be doing that.
That like the treasure items and jewels, you have to it's like you have to find the right people and then barter and stuff. But yeah.
It's basically like selling anything else, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Black, you've been doing your meditation and stuff, and with your level up, Kreth has been contacting you, like while you're doing your meditations or whatever. Like the corner of the room, has been like speaking to you essentially, or like maybe you have a candle that you light, and then the shadows of the candle kind of like form like a figure against the wall. And Kreth has told you that the traveling acrobatic circus that everybody else like joined up with and used to their advantage in Phandalin recently, there's somebody from that from Kreth's organization that wanted to meet with you, who is part of that circus. So before they got to Phandalin, they landed like a half a day outside of Phandalin, met up with the circus, came up with this plan, then moved to Phandalin. Ever since they met up with the circus, you went missing, and you've been missing because, according to Kreth, somebody from the circus is another agent of his that you need to meet with. So you're looking for someone named Steel Sight, or it'd be Steel Sight.
Steel Sight, and I haven't met up with him. I've just disappeared to go look for Steel Sight. That's the
Yeah, kind of like you theoretically you have about a day of like negative time to play with. Like we're currently like a day ahead of where you were when you disappeared. So you can do up to like a day's worth of shit to get yourself like through the like whatever you want to do about this Crest situation, and then back to where you end up meeting up with the party, because essentially they didn't see you all of half of yesterday and half of today.
Okay. Right. No, I get that. So Steel Sight. This is a member that you'll be in control of, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But I mean, so Kreth basically said that there's somebody, one of the members of the this like acrobatic troupe, actually just like is another member of the organization and is in having problems. So essentially, like, I don't know if you remember, but Donald, when he first found out about this circus coming to town, they said that there's like a wanted criminal. And the wanted criminal is the guy that you're looking for. So there's like bounties out on him, and that's kind of why he's like with this wandering circus. But Kreth essentially like views this person as being very valuable to the organization and wants you to like assist them in some way with either like clearing the bounty or like getting their identity changed, or like some way of getting the heat off of them essentially. So that's kind of like what you've been tasked with, is to find this person who's one of the members. The person is like a human, or no, they're not. Let me check the thing still or quick here. They are a Gith Zeri, a Gith monk, and they've joined the circus under the pretense of being like an acrobatic performer. Yeah, most of the performers are gnomes. There's a couple other random ones, and then you're looking for this Gith. And Kreth would like you to clear them from, either figure out a way to get the bounty cleared, or to, like, I don't know, fake their death, something. This is kind of up to you, but essentially the bounty needs to be removed from this person, and that's your mission.
Okay.
Have you seen a Gith before?
A Gith?
A Gith, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's pronounced if.
No, it's not.
I was gonna say, I mean,
It's
Will
a race.
a race, I guess.
Oh wait,
So the
Githyanki
Gith
or
is
like
a
the
Yankee.
hippo people?
The frog people.
Oh, I tried to link it in there, but it didn't work. Here, I'll just use this token. maybe. Go, token, go. There we go. Shift C. Boop.
Oh God, it's the French.
Yeah, so that's who you're looking for.
Me. Oh, okay. I didn't see the screen. Fuck.
Oh. Fine, I'll
I
bring
was
it
doing
back.
something else for a minute, then I saw.
That's who Graham's looking for.
Oh no!
Ask
No,
me
no,
if
no!
you
I mean,
get up, Orrery.
I see him now, but at first I didn't see him, and I thought, "Are you talking about the hippo people?"
Oh. Nope. Ah! What have I done? Control Z. Oh no. I lost the tent. It's behind. I know it's because I put it
You have to
accidentally
pitch it
behind.
again.
Yeah. That will be easy. Don't worry. To back. There we go. Yeah. So that's what's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a lot to chew on there. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And like, you don't have to do this by yourself or anything. I just, because you were gone and this person was always kind of like part of this troop, I basically had you disappear as like a plot hook for everybody else as to what's happening with you. So you don't. You went missing, but then the carnival just moved into town, and you could have been with them. So it's kind of up to you. You can try and like pursue this on your own as like a detective type situation and try and meet this person prior, or you can we can just fast forward to where we are now, and then you can bring it up with them. It's kind of up to you how you want to do it.
Okay, so it's not the case that you want me to have already met him and had
That doesn't
have
matter.
that.
That doesn't matter on my end, but I just wanted to like, basically I wanted to give you the information so that you had that choice. But how you handle it is completely up to you. And
Gotcha.
technically, you have one evening and one morning of time to do whatever you want.
To have done things.
Yeah, if you want to.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right.
Should we? Do you want to come back to you while you think about it?
Yeah, actually, wouldn't mind.
Okay, perfect. So, also for you, the rest of you, the cart from the algae place has arrived this morning, essentially. Like, well, I guess not necessarily. What time of day is it for you guys? Like, I figured you guys, like, did you immediately go after the whole like ceremony to to talk to Sildar and then meet up with Monroe? Because in that case, it would be like afternoon at the moment.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went straight to the bar with Monroe.
Okay, so you guys still have like, yeah, so that makes sense with Blackfeet. So Blackfeet's been missing yesterday night, and then this morning you guys haven't seen him, and we'll figure out what he wants to do and when. We'll just add him in for that. And then for the cart that's bringing the algae is coming tomorrow morning, and you'll want to coordinate talking to the elf sisters and getting them set up so they can go back to Waterdeep with the cart. I bring that up because it's exactly perfect timing. Like I have keep track of like how many days and where they are, and I was looking at the map this morning, and literally tomorrow morning is when the cart comes to Phandalin to do the alchemy work. So it's actually like fucking ridiculously perfect for that. I didn't want to forget that that's a thing. But if Blackfeet needs more time, then I think you guys might as well do whether you do your looting or do your meeting.
What do y'all think?
Wait, what is it? But what is it exactly? Just like about what time we're doing it?
I guess what we're
No. Just what you're doing right now. I was just trying to get it in my head about where exactly everybody is at this time. So right now it's afternoon, and Monroe has gathered you all and asked for the letter.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to do that first then? Just get it out of the way, then we can
I mean,
deal with the other shit.
I'm most interested in finding out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
sure. Let's get that done.
Yeah.
Here's that letter, Monroe. I'm pretty sure I was holding on to it.
Okay, so I'll say thanks, and I'll put it down, and I'll like make sure everybody has like their favorite drink in front of them before I kind of start. And I'll all right, so I was trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm gonna tell a short story about myself, and I don't want to talk much about that story again. That sounds fair. And the story serves more as a apology for the many times I've come off like a dick.
Are we actually just chilling in the hall here, or are you guys?
Oh
in...
no, I was gonna
No,
throw
we're
everyone
down at the
over in
bar.
Oh,
down
okay.
at the bar, yeah.
Okay, yeah. If everyone wants
Usual
to
meeting spot, yeah.
Also, Monroe, when you went back to your, did you go to your room or no?
They haven't stopped at my room.
Okay.
After
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you sent Bertice home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
perfect.
Central Roman says, yeah, just tell your dad.
Yep.
I'll mention that too. It's like, oh, I did run into Bertice and she's on her way home safe. So thank you for that. So when I was younger growing up, I had a couple close friends, and we spent a lot of time as young elves getting ourselves into various trouble and getting out of it. So needless to say, I did always have the best reputation around town with everyone. Till one day I met a woman named Aurora. She was the love of my life, and I couldn't be with her because her father was a soldier in the army, and he knew my reputation, and so I had to enlist, and which wasn't hard because of my mother's felt really good military record, and I spent a lot of hard time and work to try and win his approval. And then when I believed I'd done enough to get that, I had proposed to her, and we were attacked, and she died from an owl bear. And when so shortly after the funeral, I left. But so that's the part I don't want to talk about after this. But this letter is signed by one of my friends growing up. So Black Arrow is actually my friend Chauffeur. So I didn't know that that's who Snog had been talking to, was my childhood friend, but I just ran into her, and talking with her, sounds like her boss is really small potatoes, and if we were to go after her directly or tell her what we know, it would probably be more dangerous for her brother than if we were to more subtly come up with a much better plan, because yeah, her boss is not anywhere near the people we should be afraid of.
Oh, so we shouldn't kill Sharna?
No, not if we want to keep Black Arrow Chauffeur safe, or Chauffeur's brother safe, because they're still blackmailing her. So
let me ask this also,
Yeah.
because I think the original plan, although we did talk about trying to.
Thank you.
Do you come in here flapping your ears just when I'm talking?
is that Yarva?
Fuck, I know you're devastated at this news.
Hang out? Okay, well, hang out. Still. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is I know there was a talk about possibly using something to leverage on Sharna, but what I was gonna say is I believe we were trying to go with the more benign plan of offering Sharna power in order for release of as we know her Black Arrow's contract, like not making any
Not making any
insinuation
reference to Okay.
of how she is bound or what, but just whatever that may be, her contract dissolved, and and transferred to us. Do you think that would still be dangerous?
That might be better. That would probably be the better way to go of it. But we need to. Yeah, I would. If we're
Given
negotiating it, that makes more sense. Yeah,
given
than
this
just trying to
information,
take her out. Yeah.
given this information, do you think we need to find a better way of doing it than that?
I think that's the best way because taking her out I think puts a more of a mark. But if we're pushing to get her into a better position of power, then maybe that's probably a pretty good idea. Then
Okay,
play
because
play dumb and play friendly. Yeah.
yeah, I think because I think the idea was that we basically covered up her murder. We did everything that she said. We did everything that she said. We've also covered up her murder, and we've quelled any kind of like political misgivings the community might have about anybody in the community, in which also includes her, right? So I think that we've kind of set ourselves up to like get ourselves in her good graces. So I think the move is to offer her a seat in the council as which is I'm sure was what she was going for, right? Like I was saying before, this whole time, but like like we were saying, like in exchange for um chauffeur's contract, and whatever it may be that binds her to Sharna, and just leave it at that. And then if after that, according to Sharna, that that is resolved, and her brother is returned to her or her home or something like that, then I would totally nuke her, like along with the fucking town.
After her brother's safe, then then we can always come back for
Like
revenge after.
after her brother's safe, I would.
I'm not saying we can't. I'm not saying we can't ever kill her. I'm
Train's
saying
got a new toy. Like we got to test
Try
it
not
out
to be-
eventually.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's the only way to be sure. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but okay, so all right. This is this is important information. I think.
I want to guess the other information. Black Arrow is somewhere safe.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. So, what do y'all think? I mean, I guess we were going to come to this part of the plan anyway. Decisionist. I don't know if this is something we even need to take a vote on. I don't know if there's alternate viewpoints or anything.
Maybe that's the first question. Does anyone have any alternating opinion or idea? Yeah.
Yeah. Aroa, Dabby.
Oh, Dabby's here.
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe not.
Sure. She
I
has
want
to
the
stay
kid
with
to get
them.
hurt. So
She's like,
like,
Okay, what was that, Noah?
Omega?
Omega.
I think I just heard you. Oh,
I
coming
heard
in
you
with
first.
Rainy.
Omega?
I heard him say something in the
I heard him too, and then like he just stopped for a second. Well, not for a second. He's still stopping.
All right.
Omega, come back. You can blame it
Come
all
back.
on Dabby.
Does anybody else have any other concerns about this plan? I mean, as far as right now, we kind of, I mean, we've all heard the contents of Black Arrow's letter, yes, and for the
I have an idea. Me and Graham will go to the other chat, and you guys talk it out.
okay.
And that way we
mean-
can get two things done simultaneously.
All
And
right.
then if he wants, he can explain from his perspective what went down on his end. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So just decide.
Okay.
All right.
So you you go looking and you kind of wander off into this carnival essentially. That's what
Okay, so yeah, I get so. I kind of just had this idea before coming that I would have gone and like sort of been flying and noticed something up on a mountain and sort of like went to investigate and come
Okay.
across
There
like
isn't
a tea house and had this psychedelic trip and I had this whole like idea that
Okay.
I would have been like, you know.
I mean, we can shift it slightly. Like, there's no mountains around. We're in the
Yeah, I was
we're
looking at
just
the
outside
map.
of
I was trying to
Fandolin.
figure out.
Yeah. So, but like one of the maybe one of the tents at the caravan is like maybe Kreth is like talking to you and guiding you towards like this tent that kind of like it's almost like you're walking like through these different tents of wares of like alchemy or whatever, and then there's the one that's like hidden in shadow between two. It's like if you don't look at the right angle, there's just two tents there, but if the way you stand in a certain position, you can see like this third tent kind of like wedged between the other two, and then all these like um smells of like various like psychedelic drugs are like kind of coming out of this tent.
I like that idea. Yeah, so this is like a carnival that's all set up. That's
Yeah,
where we
kind of. It's like half set up.
like they've stopped anyway, and they're sort of just like
Yeah, they've stopped. They're resting. This is their last night before they actually arrive in Fandolin. The whole party is there. They landed the train like next to it, and caught like Thok and the rest of them are like getting this big presentation ready to like turn the people of Fandolin back to their favor, because right now there's like a horde of people about to kill Sildar for being like Jeffrey's like basically told Sildar, we want answers for all this stuff, and where's our mayor, and the train's gone, and they had a whole bunch of problems. But so they decided they were going to meet up with all this carnival and use that to their advantages. They did like a bread and circuses. That's what they were trying to say. Like they blamed the murder of Harbin on Venom Fang and the dragon cultists, and then they like framed Snog and Sir Donald turning into Aurora as like all part of that plot. And it fucking went off without a hitch, and now the whole town loves them again. And then they rolled amazingly, so Sildar believes every fucking word of what they've been saying. So this is like the last day of their kind of camp before then tomorrow, when this big kind of festival back into town happens. So like the big top isn't set up, but all the little tents are, and that's probably what you're like walking around, you notice something, and then you were kind of like following your way through, maybe almost on instinct, and that's when you found this like weird tent that almost exists where two tents meet.
yeah, it's like nobody else sees it, but I do, and I just
Yeah.
like sort of maybe I'm walking kind of with the group, and I just notice this, and
Yeah.
nobody seems to like notice me noticing it, and so I just go towards it and.
Awesome. Yeah, so the flap's kind of open, and there's like kind of a smoke coming out of it, and it smells really strongly like herbs and other things.
And when I get in there, maybe there's somebody sitting.
Oh yeah, no, I'll do that. Now you just play as Blackfeet.
Okay, so that's just the setup.
Yeah. And now just play as if you're in the situation, essentially.
All right. Okay. So yeah. All right, man. Cool.
Yeah. We can do it here, and then you can just tell them what happened if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you. Like we can do it in front of them if you want, but sometimes like a lot of player stuff, it's almost better to keep it A, secret, and then B, to have it like filtered through you, so they're not getting the information from me, they're getting it from you. That way you can kind of like change it to benefit you better, if that makes sense. Like it'll make more
Okay.
sense from your perspective than me giving them
Yeah.
like this is exactly what it is, right? Because I like have to be believed, whereas stuff you're saying is like from the perspective of your character. Not
I'm just coming with this fantastical version of events or whatever, and so that therein
Yeah.
lies the gameplay. Get it? Yeah.
Yeah, so you walk into
Cool.
the tent.
Yeah, so I come in and I
Okay.
open the door and sort of look around, and it's very dark. It's
Yeah,
almost like the floor is like ink. Like you can't.
absolutely.
I
Like
can't
you're
even.
gonna
I can't
fall
even.
in.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm not even sure if I want to step inside.
That's
But then
yeah.
I feel like, and it's smoky, right,
Yeah.
from like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whatever this. But I can sort of feel this pull, and I'm not like it doesn't seem like a good idea to go in, but I feel pulled to go inside this tent. So and I hear sort of a whisper. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so
so
as you kind of
so I
enter the
step in.
tent, the moment the like flap closes behind you, it's like the inside of the tent expands to like 1,000 times, and then it's like you're standing in the middle of a field. And the inside of the underside of like the tent is almost like a dome shape in a way. And on the inside of all the cloth that forms the tent, you can see all the stars in like they're perfectly aligned, as if they were. So it's almost you're like inside of a fillet, like almost like a planetarium. And now you're just like, and on each side of you, it goes out like as far as you can see, and it's like you're standing on that black ink. You can't see anything, and all around you, perfectly surrounding you and above you, is like a complete map of the stars in their current formation.
Oh, okay. So this is like um very similar to in a basic way to the sort of dream sequence that I wrote in just the set and setting where
Really, that's
okay.
trippy.
Yeah, it's
Because
kind of
I haven't
weird.
read that.
I know. Well, I know. I was wondering if I should try and inject it as my alibi, but like, I wasn't sure how to do that. I'm still not sure if it's the best idea, but maybe I can
But
sort of like take some of the ideas
yeah,
from that.
that's exactly it. Like we just pivot constantly, right? Because we're all writing a story together, so you have to like like constantly adjust. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So that's okay.
So what do you want to do now that you're stuck
Okay.
inside of this?
So I'm sort of overwhelmed by the beauty of the stars, and I'm looking around and not exactly sure,
Mm-hmm.
sort of just taken by the whole scene.
Okay.
And then I look over and I can see a figure, about 40 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, and they're slowly
And
walking towards you.
they're slowly walking towards me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's at first I see that it's a Jat Pintu, the guy that
Ooh.
I killed by messing up the Garen potatoes.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like completely fucking decayed,
Oh, dude, that's
like
fucked up.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, and so we kind of meet eyes, and I'm petrified by this vision, and then he just starts vomiting this bile, and at the same time, the ground around my feet, it's so black and inky, it starts to sort of swirl, and my feet sort of start disappearing into it,
Cool.
and then a series of cables come down from the sky, and they're sort of embossed with different kind of calligraphic symbols, and they hook into my wings, like right through the skin and just like around the bones of my wings, and they pull my wings out. So I've
Holy
got the
shit.
inky black ground pulling me down, and these sort of the hooks coming from the sky
Yeah.
pulling my wings out, and I get the sense that there's benevolence in wherever the hooks are coming from. But what's pulling me down, I'm not so sure, and I'm sort of, I'm helpless to this situation.
Awesome.
So then I look over again at Jatpin 2, and it's not a Jatpin 2 anymore. Now it's, hang on. Where the fuck is that? Now it's Zarin, the Zarin monk.
Oh,
Does he have a
yeah. Just call him Gith.
Gith?
Yeah, Gith
Okay.
is they're Githraki or whatever. It's a type. It's a race, but yeah. So now this Githraki monk is kind of walking towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
now-
now it's this Githraki monk, and so I don't recognize him. So I'm looking at this guy, and he's coming towards me, and maybe
Yeah.
now is a good time for him to do something.
Okay, cool. So then you also realize that those cables are now turning into like tentacles, like a almost like an octopus or a squid is now like holding you. And it's you said that where the cable's pulling you up and the ink was pulling you down. Is that how it was working?
Yeah. So the ground is sort of swallowing me.
Swallowing you,
This
but these
inky
cables
ground.
are coming down and essentially trying to keep you up and out of the ground.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so the constellations kind of like all like come together and almost zoom, and then it kind of like focuses on like one large constellation, which you would actually maybe roll like you could roll a history would be a good one.
Oh, okay. Just let me get over there.
Yeah. Trying to think of what other skills would make sense. But, where are you? No,
What the
where are
fuck? I thought I had that open. Where was that? Oh, here we go. Cancel that. I didn't.
All good. Take your
I
time.
didn't change my stuff yet. Roll
Oh,
history then.
yeah, history would work, or nature could work, whichever one you history. Okay, that's enough. So you actually recognize um, the constellation as the Kraken, and as you're gonna recognize those cables coming down are like
The Kraken that's under the sea, like by
yeah,
like this is
like
the
a giant ass octopus.
sorry, there isn't there something in the mythology of like right where we are on the map, like so there's like a huge crack. If it's not that, never mind.
No,
But
no,
I thought there was
I
some
think you're thinking of the purple
Kraken god or
worms.
maybe. All right, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, so, the animal. Like, there's a bunch of constellations, and they're each like representing different animals, but this one happens to be the Kraken. And it's those tentacles coming down are actually the cables, and this Kraken is like grabbing you and pulling you up out of the black. And then as this other guy, what the fuck is it? What was his name? Steel Sight kind of like walks over to you. Just as he like kind of gets within 5 feet of you, and he's not saying anything, he's just staring at you. That's when the Kraken like lifts you back, and now you're standing on like a solid surface again. And the cables like retreat, and you've essentially been like saved by them. And then Steel Sight will like basically put out his hand and say, "Come with me. I have something to show you."
Okay. So, okay, right on. That's fucking cool. Nice.
Yeah, and then so if you do you want to take his
Okay.
hand? And
So I take his. So I sort of take his hand. I'm sort of in a daze. Like my defenses are completely nullified. I'm just like, so I just reach out and take his hand, and at this
Awesome.
point I'm just
Yeah,
completely
so
docile.
and as you take his hand, and he kind of like pulls on it a little bit. The whole scene changes, and now you're actually sitting at a table. There's a tea set in front of you. The guy you were just talking to, Steel Sight, is kind of like sitting, or he's standing there, and he's pouring some tea in your cup, and you can see like the tea's all like really really dark green, almost black, and he's just pouring it in your cup and saying, "It's okay, you'll be fine. The eel would like to talk to you." And then as you look up, you look across the table, you're gonna see this other figure, which I'm gonna see.
He called it the eel.
Yeah, the eel.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a picture of the eel to show you. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
All right, here. I have to. I'll send it to you on Discord, I think, just because then otherwise everyone will see it and be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Okay.
Maybe I can't send it on there. Damn it.
So I'm sitting at the table, and the eel's on the other side.
Yes, and Steel Sight is kind of just like serving you guys tea and biscuits or whatever.
Steel Sight's a fucking badass name, by the way.
Yeah. It's like, it's not like takeaway though. It's like like
the metal.
yeah, like the metal.
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't find it. Will it let me paste? Ooh, you don't want that. For fuck's sakes, some websites won't like give you like the PNG or whatever. It's very annoying. So I have to find a website that will let me steal it. There it is. Okay. Save image as? Nope. For fuck's sakes, really? Save image as? Okay, I'm just gonna send you the link because I can't fucking get it. Find somewhere that'll let me find a JPEG of it. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. That worked. It just like the link automatically popped up the image. So that's what the guy sitting across from you looks like.
That's fucking cool. So he's called an eel, but he looks like a crab. Are those like?
It's like a title. It's the eel.
Oh, I gotcha. The eel. So this is a character.
Yes.
He looks like he has various tentacles coming out of his back.
Yeah,
and
and
off his face.
we'd almost like recognize those tentacles on his back. Like they look very similar to the tentacles of the Kraken that had like tried to lift you, that had lifted you up and out of the pool.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'll look at you and say, "So, we serve the same master, I believe, correct?"
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you're still like kind of like you went from what you were just in to just like sitting at a table instantly. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I just kind of stare at him and I'm like, Kreth.
It's like, oh, sorry about all that. You had a little more darkness in you than I'm used to dealing with. In order to enter our organization slash my personal dwelling here, and he kind of references the tent. He's like, most people need to have some kind of purification. In your case, it was a little more intense than is typical. And he'll like gesture to the tea. He's like, "Don't. This will make you feel much better. It's old hangover cures, shall we say?"
So I look down at the tea and sort of swill it around, and then I take a tentative sip.
Yeah, it tastes disgusting, but immediately, like the first, even as it's like being absorbed into your saliva, you can like you feel yourself like kind of like waking up and snapping out of it.
Yeah, that's that happens. I just like bottoms up. I just drink the entire thing.
And yeah, he'll just like kind of look you saying, "Good, good." Um, so
Okay.
this is our your first meeting with one of us, I assume, and he references like himself, um, as if like his appearance would mean something to you had you met someone like him before, which it doesn't. So, and he'll say, "So we're gonna have to keep this brief, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail into like the organization itself or myself until you've done a few tasks and proven yourself." My associate here steals sight, and he points over at the other monk who's like just sitting, like he's almost like 30 degrees over, just kind of holding the teapot, like bent.
Mm.
It's you get the impression that like he's in trouble. He's a grown ass
Oh
man,
yeah.
but it's as if the eel is like punishing him somehow by making him like subservient in this manner.
He's obviously a subordinate in some way.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but like completely, like you got the impression that Steel Sight was like nothing about him is like weak or meek but the fact that he's so cowed is kind of chilling in a way.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and so he got himself caught, and now he has a bounty. We need that bounty to go away. And this is a should be an easy task with someone with your skills. We've been keeping an eye on you, and it's also my understanding that you have quite a bit of, shall we call them friends for now, at your disposal who might be able to come up with a solution for this. Do you think that's something you could do for us in exchange for more power, more information, anything else you desire?
So I think I can help you with that. Yeah, I'd have to know more about what you need me to do, but
Oh,
okay.
that's excellent. It's quite simple. There are many ways of getting a bounty removed from someone. You go to the top of the chain and have the person who made the bounty in the first place disappear. You frame their death and have someone claim the bounty and pay for it. At which point the bounty would disappear. Um, there's many political
Organization.
types of ways for that to happen. I'm sure it seems like some of your teammates have a political streak in them. Perhaps they would have ideas about how to do that as well. And you could also just, I think the easiest way would be to convince whoever set the bounty that you have killed this person. Um, there's also it would also be possible to just have this steel site here take on some other form or someone else's life, essentially like stealing an identity, perhaps with some form of like facial reconstruction. Maybe he could, um, take over someone else. That would certainly he wouldn't have a bounty on him if he was someone else. There's many ways to go about this, and I think I'd like to see what you come up with, and that will sort of let me know how you can be of use to me in the future.
What can your organization offer my friends and I?
Well, your friends, nothing they'd want. You, more access to control over the shadows, and more information about what exactly we do here. Whatever you currently do, we can make you do it better. As well as these cleansing sessions. We found most of our members once I go through a few of these, shall we call them enlightening sessions or experiences with our many and varied psychedelic drugs or magics, if you will, they come out of the other side a whole new person with a completely new lease on life. I mean, if this isn't to your taste, that's fine. This is an introductory mission. If you prefer to not be part of this organization, that's perfectly fine as well.
Blackfeet sort of has like a flashback of all the months and or all the years at this point of the sorrowful path he's been on, searching for the answers to sort of quell his soul. And he looks back and Theo and nods his head. Okay.
Excellent. And then he slaps the table and stands up. And you are now standing back in front of those two tents. And the third one that was in the middle doesn't exist. You actually probably would question if any of this even happened.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then that would be basically where we're at, and then you can.
And then so it's like so it's like the next day, like it's like a full 17 hours has gone by because
Yeah,
it's like the
essentially.
evening and
Yeah, well, not only that, but you are now those two tents are now in a different location. They were half a day's travel from where you're currently located.
oh wow, so I was like in some like astral plane.
Yeah, a pocket dimension, whatever this guy
Right.
has access to that you're required to go through this ritual to also gain access to, obviously allowed you to travel at least small distances, and the fact that it's been 17 hours, and for you it probably felt like 5-10 minutes, or maybe it did feel like 17 hours. Maybe there was 17 hours of lost time staring at the stars or being dragged below the black ink.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, so now you're basically, it's like the middle of, it's almost like afternoon, and you're standing in the middle of a full blown ass carnival in Phandalin. And then you probably would see the rest of the party, Monroe would kind of run up to the rest of the party quickly, and then he'd be literally sprinting at them, and is like, no, come with me quick, back to the train, and then they all kind of follow him, and then you can meet up with them if you like at that point. Does that work?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Let's go back.
Okay.
I'll drag you, it's easier.
Telepathy, I think.
Like if you
House
start
was
getting
telepathic.
stung, shit went sideways.
Okay.
We are back.
All right.
Ew.
Welcome back.
There you go.
So Blackfeet actually probably would come into the meeting at this point.
Okay. House, should we say every 5 minutes?
He's not at his computer at the moment, but
Oh,
Okay.
and
But yeah, I mean,
he just got.
I heard my
You're-
name.
You just got
You're
back.
telepathic,
yeah.
right, Houch?
Yes.
can you just check in on us, basically, every 5?
When they
I have
go
a-
meet with Sharna.
Yeah, I have a range of 60 feet, and I need to be able to see you.
Oh,
60
I'm
feet.
so
You gotta see.
if I can get a sight through a window or something, I can absolutely do that.
All right.
I could shrink you if need be. I've got
ooh.
enlarge and shrink. I don't know.
That's only going to make me small, though, I think.
But shrink you and hide you on the window.
No,
Yeah,
but that also
Then
kind
you
of
just sit on the windowsill, tiny.
Don't worry for messages. I got Plan B.
All right. No, we're fine.
I was thinking enlarge and just kind of sit in there, see if Sharna succeeds at an investigation roll.
Yeah. No, right.
So
right, no, we
Blackfeet would almost stumble through the door at this point, and it looks like he hasn't slept in about 24, maybe more hours, completely
Whoa.
disheveled.
Oh,
My guy, Are you?
Mm.
Do you drink? Are you allowed to drink? Were you?
Like you just had a rough go of it.
Wow.
Hey, guys, it's good to see you.
You look like a hangover had a hangover.
Yeah, yeah. uh, well, I don't know what I'm interrupting, but I can bring you up to speed with something that I'm not even sure I understand.
What's going on with you?
Well, I last time I remember you guys, had just met up with the carnival, and we were walking through the tents, and I I heard a whisper, and I saw a tent with its doors open, and I told you guys that I was gonna go check it out, and when I walked toward the tent, you ever smelled burning sulfur?
Yes.
It smelled like
Mhm.
that. Smelled like that and a mixture of animal shit. Now, I don't know why I went into this tent, but something was pulling me towards it. So I stepped in, and immediately I heard a voice whisper my name. I looked down at the ground, and it was as though it wasn't there. It was an inky black sort of swirl, but something pulled me. I took one more step, and before I knew it, I was under a massive vista of stars. I don't know how much time passed, but I think it was many hours. I was just entranced, and it was like I could see every single one of my thoughts running through my mind in real time from the time I was born. At this, and at a certain point, I looked down, and the ink around my feet was now covering my feet. I was being swallowed by the ground. I'm not sure what happened next, but I know that there's something I need to tell you that's been on my mind for many, many years. I was responsible for the death of a very high monk. I I uh I mixed up some devil root and Garen potatoes after a long night of whores and drinking that, let me tell you, it's hard to regret, but I do regret. And this man, Ajat Pintu, he died. He died by my hand. I've been banished from my home temple since, and quite frankly, I've been looking for redemption. Now, I know this is all, everybody's got a story, but I should tell you that when I was in this field, and this ink was swallowing my ankles, I saw Ajat Pintu. I was so entranced by the vision that I panicked. I froze, and then I'm not quite sure what happened. There was another being, another creature. Uh, I want to say a gift. I don't know if that's right, but as soon as I saw him, tentacles came down from the sky, latched into my wings, and began to pull me. I was being torn from the ground, but the ground wasn't letting me go. I could start to feel the bones in my back break. I looked over at this figure, and he extended his hand. I took his hand, and the next thing I knew, I was sitting at a table in front of something I can only describe as a human serpent tentacles floating around behind him. We drank, and he told me that if I wanted to join a very powerful being named Kreth, that it would boost my ability to be in touch with the way of the shadow. And this is something I've been dreaming about. Literally, it's been in my dreams, and I haven't been able to explain it. But he made me a deal, and I think if I don't know, if we, well, I don't want to involve you, but I feel there's maybe something to be gained here. There's some kind of an outlaw. This individual. I think he was the one who extended his hand to me. If we can somehow clear him of his name, I'm not even sure if this happened, guys. This is really fucked up. But if we can dissolve him of his crimes, I believe I don't think he's really a bad guy. I don't know. This might be good for us. But at the same time, maybe I should take some time to think about this. This is all sort of a blur. Does any of this sound? Does any of this make sense to anybody?
Yeah, I can't say it makes sense, but I think dreams and stuff like this are, given to people for a reason. So I think if you think this is, you know, uh, a path worth pursuing, then we should do it.
This Gith that seeks absolution, do you mean like forgiveness of a crime, perhaps? Or is he looking for help?
It seems like he's in need of some kind of official redemption.
So we're not talking about the cleansing of somebody's sins. We're talking about he needs his actual name cleared.
He needs a lawyer.
Like a pardon.
You gotta call Saul.
I
All right.
Son of a bitch.
I think that's why they're coming to us.
Well, I trust you as a monk, as a gauge of someone's character. I know we haven't known each other for very long, but known each other long enough to know that I think you know what's up is up and what's down is down.
Maybe if Aurora and Thok and Hausch are going to meet with Sharna, maybe we could go. The rest of us could go with you to find this. Gith. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
It's pronounced Jim.
Jiff.
Jiff.
Find Mr. Jiffy Loop, and we can see what we need to see what help they need. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm really glad that you guys are cool with this. 'Cause I might just be losing my fucking mind.
Well, why don't you take a rest, take a load
Thank
off,
God.
go
Thank you.
hit the rack for a minute.
Definitely like the spare seat, because I don't know what you want. I've put like an ale, a water, and a wine, and a tea, just so you have options. Because I'm like looking at you, I can't gauge what you need.
And then I just step over and like just tip back all three. Like, all right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna collect my thoughts on this. Thanks for your support.
I guess since we're all here, So I do have, and I'll put them on the table. I do have one letter that says Snog's will, and I have this other letter that I found that says my real will.
Oh, this ever the sneaky Snog.
Mwahaha.
If you hear from the grave.
I'll put them close to Aurora and Howard. I was like, I don't know if between the two of you, if you can, if this is if the one that says real is the real and something's a fake. But if there's any magic or just personal recognition of penmanship between these two.
I'll definitely read the fake will first.
Okay. Yeah, so when you open the fake will, it says, "Ha! You thought I'd die. Think again! Snog never dies."
I'll chuckle with like a happy tear down my face, and I'll go, "Yeah, I missed that son of a bitch."
I'll paste it.
I spent many hours thinking that one up.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm directly copying and pasting what Isaac's written.
Nice.
Do you want to try the other one?
We'll open the real one next, I suppose.
Okay, so the real one is as follows. Which makes me sad.
Oh.
Yeah, those are like his deepest, darkest thoughts that he would never
Reveal to
outwardly
anyone.
say.
You guys are my
Man,
friends.
How much of a shitty home life do you have where it's like, we're your family?
Well, the previous Thieves Guild I was in were called the Loyalists, but they were just basically it's like a pun. They were just backstabbers, realistically. So you guys were the actual first group of people that I could trust.
Well, as the closest thing to an executor, I'll read this aloud really quickly, just for the stream. If I do indeed die, I would like everything I own to go to my team, who were my friends. Realistically, they were my family, but I'd never say that in person. But yeah, all I own go to them to allocate among themselves or to do with what they will, for they were the closest and kindest people I've met in many years.
And scene.
Yeah. Doc's gonna just go ahead and stay silent after that and unconsciously crumple the paper a little bit as he's putting it down on the bar.
Well, since we're all here and we're all actively reading, I do have some words I prepped just for us, for
Okay.
just some final words for Snog.
Dabby is suddenly there.
I thought she was there the whole time. I thought she got a rum and coke and she was just chilling in the corner.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds great.
She's not executive board. She's staff.
Yeah. Well, technically, she's like she guards, like she's part of the HQ in a way. Like you have to have one person there all the time. That's what she does.
Isn't she also like the Mapperarian or whatever?
Yeah,
called?
she's the cartographer, which is the perfect role for a train driver.
That's a normal word that I could have used.
Yeah.
Well, it's just all the other ones are kind of like bullshitty. Like, you know, I was like, yeah, the cartographer or whatever. But...
Well, but okay, but there is a funny thing where it's like cart dash ographer, like it's a cart-ographer. No, like literally though. Like I didn't write that.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Because like all the other, that's what I meant. Because like all the other
yeah.
ones are like bullshit.
So like, I wanted to reassure you that there is a little bit of bullshit in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, Sir. Aroa.
Snog was a man of many talents. His aim impeccable, his courage unruffled, and a loyalty so deep and seemingly unearned that it was borderline psychotic. In our business, It can be expected of us to it can be expected of us at times to rise towards even the most dangerous and esoteric of dangers. And it would be to no one's surprise if one's heart would falter, one's courage would fail, but not Snog. Snog looked at the very face of a dragon. Not you, Dabby, as I quickly pointed at her. He stared the visage of icy cold death in the eye. Again, not you, Dabby. And he laughed. He laughed as he plunged the killing blows and felled the beast from the sky, but not before its claws would find purchase. You are our best friend, my personal confidant, and the first light of my life. The breeze of the wind, the rustling of the forest, and the swells of the ocean will not be the same without you. Rest in peace, my friend.
Oh.
At that moment, Thok is gonna go ahead and find time to reach into his loot bag, into his loot case, and pull out 4 copper scales, and walk them over to Dabby, and say he wanted you to have these, and then
I think she would look at them and not touch them yet.
okay, and then I'll go ahead and just place them down where she can see them.
Yeah, imagine
And-
she's like sitting at one of the tables and you like
Yeah.
place them in front of her and you can like she's a dragon, so as she's like trying not to cry, but then every once in a while there's like a puff of steam.
Uh-huh. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk over to Aroa next, and I'm going to put on the table his thieves' tools, a single string, and a pair of bone dice that he carried on his person, but never really seemed to have any use for. And but I thought they were things that were emblematic of him that she would find useful. And I think you already decided what you were gonna do with those.
That's very much appreciated, Thok. I'll take the string and the bone dice, and I'll kind of tie them together, and I'll add it to my staff, just as a little memento.
Let's see.
At this point Dabby's going to like it's almost like a light bulb goes off and she like gets up and like the table like flips over and she manages to like just barely grasp the scales in her hand, and then she starts like running towards the forge yelling for Yagra.
Uh-oh.
All right.
We didn't put the train in park, did we?
I just want to say, John, thank you. That was
good. That was
that
like
was beautiful.
it was actually like professional, like it was really well done. Yeah.
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 Oh, thank you.
That brought many tears to my eyes.
No, appreciate it,
man.
man.
I'm gonna next time I'm gonna walk over to Hausch and I'm going to give him this is a cloak of disease immunity. And then a small tinderbox with a snail in it.
Oh God! Do not. Wait.
Hey, you're not there. You're dead.
I know.
His ghost manifests.
Yeah. Who did you give the snail to?
Ouch.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly. That's why.
And I'm gonna say, he wanted you to have this, but I don't think you should ever open it in your entire life.
Oh, that makes me want to open it so much more. And I promise that I will never give this cloak a disease.
Let's see. There is what was right. Okay. We had wait, who else is there? Blackfeet and Arxis. Okay. Let's see.
You now hear like
That
the
was-
forge being fired up and like the clanging of a hammer against anvil.
I don't know if this is like a shitty gift or anything, but I'm gonna go over to Arxis and I'm gonna hand him a short sword and a short bow.
Ha!
Those are
I
regular size to you, buddy.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say fuck you, but I'm too sad.
I mean, I just figured I don't know. I like if anybody else could use them, maybe it'd be you. And you know, I'll go ahead and give you some of the arrows that go with it. There's about 20 arrows sitting there.
They're all
You know.
slightly less than standard length.
And I'll walk over to Monroe, and you know, I don't know if it was anything special, but this is his longbow, and yeah, his longbow and a combat knife. I figured that might be something that he might want you to have.
Yeah, I think
Had a
I'll,
combat knife?
I'll probably I'll probably like put on and like even just start carrying 2 bows now, and I'll put the combat knife in my boot for sure.
Did we hear a ghost whisper?
Did I talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no,
I heard
thought,
you, Monroe.
Oh no,
Okay.
I thought Isaac said something.
oh.
I thought I heard him say that knife is. Oh no, okay.
No, I didn't know I had a combat knife. Honestly, so I was like, I have a combat knife.
Oh, okay, all right.
I guess had is better in this case since I'm dead. Ooh.
Ah,
All
shit.
right.
Who are we gonna call?
And then
Oh no.
I don't know
Again.
if monks don't really like use armor or anything, right? Or do they?
No, they don't.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Give him the potion of animal French. Because
Yeah,
he's
I
a
know,
bird.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give. I'll give Blackfeet his large hooded jacket. He had a hooded jacket that he wore to keep himself in constant
Edge.
shadow. Yeah, and
It's got
Was it
those
light
like
armor he had?
it's got those silver like things that you put on down all the seams. The little like buttons that are like spikes.
Was it light armor that he had?
I mean, yeah, we can dole out the rest of that stuff. He had some leather armor and some studded leather armor, and then I've also got some +1 leather armor if anybody wants that in the pile as well. But I'm gonna start giving out some other items here as well.
All right, so Blackbeard just sort of curls his talons into a little ball and holds it against his heart, puts his beak down to accept the gift.
All right, and then so your new character Patch is he
Oh?
have does he have affinity or whatever with like a battle axe?
Battle axe?
Battle axe.
Give me a second.
No,
don't
it does
believe
not.
so.
No.
Yeah, I have martial and simple weapons, so I'm not sure if that includes it, but that's what I'm.
That's a martial. That's just a martial weapon, right? How does that work, Colin?
You just look it up
No,
on your
just
list, like
regular.
on your side under your proficiencies. It'll say what it is. I don't know. You could look it up in Compendium.
If it's my armor, then no, it's just studded armor, which is why
No,
it has that.
not
extra.
armor. No. We're talking about the battle axe. Aren't
Oh,
we?
okay. Oh, I'm
The
talking for how.
+1 armor is no, but I think Cotley's talking to you.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
yeah,
I'm
but
talking to you. I'm talking to you particularly about the because there's this. I don't know who else would make use of this,
A
but
battle
there's
axe?
a +1 battle axe. Yeah,
Okay. Let's see. What is it considered? It is a martial.
No,
Two-handed.
Jesus Christ.
And if you go
Give
in
me a
your
second, I'm all screaming.
if you go in your character sheet, Patch Okran, and then you look under proficiencies, martial weapons, and then oh no, there should be something that's. I think it like I think isn't there usually
that
like a
just
way
means he
that
has.
it shows?
Doesn't
Yeah,
that just mean he has proficiency with all martial weapons?
yeah, that's what I think so. Yeah, so
Yeah, because
he
like
should
I
have
only have
proficiency with the
proficiency.
battle axe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Um. So yeah, and
But
starting with him, I wanted to kind of just reach out and say, you didn't you didn't know Snog, but as a new honored member of the team, I think you might wield this well, and I'm handing him Hugh the +1 battle axe, and I believe there's a stat block on it the in the tools and whatever guide. Um, but I can forward that to you later. Um, there is I figured I'd go ahead and hand this this wand of secrets. Um, I thought I might give that to Arxis. This this unveils hidden doors and traps hard to find. This scroll of Shield of Faith, I thought I might give to Hausch. Um, However, if y'all want to like exchange things or whatever afterwards, these are just you know as they go. Um, I have bracers of archery that I can only make an archer skill even better. Uh, However, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give those to Monroe. Um, However, if any of these magical items like you have enough things to attune to and you want to
I
pass them
have
on to
0
someone
magical
else.
items currently.
Okay.
I
No,
don't
I
have any
just mean
magic.
like
Oh yeah.
I just mean like in general if people just want to like you want to pass something off to somebody or whatever. But either
Yeah.
way, obviously this would buff your archery skill, but
The battle axe, is that the one from the dragon horde?
yes.
Oh, Hugh. Yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the links to each person as we go. So I got Monroe's bracers, I got Isaac's
Yeah.
battle axe now.
The bracers are in the compendium actually, so
Oh, perfect.
Okay, cool.
I just want to make sure they got them. And then Hausch or no, Arzex, you have the Wand of Secrets, sorry.
Okay.
All these have been
And
posted in the tavern, by the way. I'll just send them to you guys so you're good. Sorry, go ahead,
okay, cool.
Cotley.
No, perfect. Um uh Actually, um uh if you oh, who might like this more?
So Yagra's walked in, and she's kind of just leaning against the wall, waiting for you to finish.
Oh, okay.
But it's like no rush. I'm just saying that's what's happened. You guys would notice.
All right, cool. Are you good with the Wand of Secrets there, Arzix, or would you like the Iron Bands of Bilaro? It's that little
Okay.
like trap ball. It's a Pokeball.
Oh,
Because
here.
if not, I'm giving the Pokeball to the to ex Sir Donald Aroa.
Aurora.
Kinky. Yeah, they're like auto handcuffs essentially. They're like mechanized.
Yeah, they can
handcuffs.
take that. I'll take the wand.
Okay,
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this to if and like I said, if y'all want to pass along these things or trade or whatever, it's it's fine. And also like next time I'll probably just like leave these things in the vault, and if you want to just like requisition certain items, you'll just like requisition them and then have them. But I just
Wait.
figured I'd hand stuff out this time.
No, 1 second. Yep.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and Aroa, if you'd like to make use of these are Iron Bands of Bilaro, and I'll hand those to you, and then I've got this potion of Hill Giant Strength that I think would be really cool for Blackfeet to use, and just like really like punch holes in a motherfucker.
Because he's a monk, it's his attacks are dex based.
Oh,
Maybe Patch.
yeah. Who else just wants to really rock something?
I can see even you using that if you wanted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yagra would appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll just. This potion comes in a blue pill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Yeah. No. All right. Well. Yeah. I'll take that then. That's fine. There's also a +1 shield here. If somebody wants to. Does anybody?
Would it be fine if I take that?
Yeah. I don't know what you normally use. I imagine Q is two-handed, but yeah, if you're normally using
battle axes are versatile, so we could theoretically one-hand it, but
sweet. Oh, that's right. It's just different damage types. Cool.
You might notice at his hip there's a very special sword that he like one-handed sword that he's particularly fond of.
All right, cool.
And you have seen him use like he has a shield basically attached to him. But so this would be like a direct upgrade, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like if say you're fighting plants or whatever, Isaac, you could just switch
I was
to
thinking I could switch to that.
Yeah, you'd have to short rest attune to it, but that if you know you're fighting plants, then that's easy enough.
Yeah, I guess in my spare time, I just attune to that Q. I don't know if it's now, but
yeah, I didn't really pick other than the braces of archery and there's supposed to also be why isn't the mithril chainmail or whatever?
I definitely would have wrote that shit down.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah, I deleted the map, but it was. I believe it was myth. It's whatever armor Monroe's currently wearing, but in mithril.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. All right. Well, then there's some motherfucking mithril chainmail.
I think it was it chain or it was the one that was all clinky.
Yeah, let me just see if I can find what my
scale mail.
Scale mail, yeah, mithril scale mail.
Yeah, because I got medium armor thinking it was going to be quiet. Then it turns out it's loud because it's.
Yeah.
Or scale, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like exactly the same as your armor, but it doesn't fuck with your stealth, essentially. And it's worth a lot more money.
Oh yeah, scale mail, yeah.
So other than the
Okay.
bracers, which I was hoping that Snog and Monroe were gonna fight over forever, which didn't work out, and the mithril
You know what's
armor,
funny?
everything
What I
else,
give it I know. I was still sad.
I'm just using like a random loot generator. So like,
All right.
instead of picking you guys things or anything, I just roll, and then like Hugh always gets dropped from Venom Fang, specifically. That's just like the one item that Venom Phantom always drops.
All right. Wait. Scale mail. Mail is mail armor spelled like MAIL?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Like
cool.
you got it.
You got mail. All right.
Genitalia.
All right. Mithril scale mail. Jesus. Okay. Huani. That's kind of some heavy shit. Anybody? Well, that's mithril scale mail is medium armor, or is that?
Yeah,
it-
scale
I
mail
think
is
scale mail is
medium, so yeah.
Scale mail is medium, but it does have a.
But yeah, it does cause disadvantage for stealth, which is why I screwed
Oh,
myself
okay.
with mine. Yeah.
Yeah, and then but you can get it in mithril, which then doesn't have that disadvantage.
Oh, so mithril doesn't have that. Doesn't have that.
Yeah, so mithril basically just ignores if the armor normally imposes disadvantage on dexterity, stealth checks, or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor doesn't.
Well, shit.
So it's exactly the same as the normal armor, except it costs way the fuck more, and it doesn't impose the disadvantage on stealth.
All right. Anybody want to Rochambeau over this?
I think I'd win, but I can't really use armor.
Just keep it in your closet.
It looks so pretty.
Nobody wants to fight me for it. I'll take it. But
That's why I'm saying I
Yeah,
would.
yeah,
Be able
yeah.
to use it.
But I would. But yeah. Let's just do the dice roll.
I think Monroe the Cotley wants it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I'll roll for it. Yeah.
Yeah, roll me for it. Yeah. We should do what you want to do 20s?
Sure.
All right, ready? 20.
Oh!
Wow!
What?
That's fair. That's fair.
Damn.
That was that. You guys both really want that.
All right.
I feel like we were just arm wrestling on the table, and it was like fucking close.
The
So
table
close,
broke.
yeah. He
Nice,
like secretly
okay.
drinks that hill
Oh, yeah,
giant
the
strength
The hill
potion.
giant elixir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Does anybody else want any takesy backsies? Because we've got. Let's see. I don't know if
There's the scroll of Shield of Faith, and then
maybe-
basically everything else is like potions and fucking stuff to sell, really.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know if you
if
want anything
nobody-
in particular, Blackfeet, because I know there wasn't anything that like seemed particular to a monk role, but like
There isn't really anything that's particular to a monk, other than like
Yeah.
very specific
that's what I mean.
stabs.
if nobody
Yeah.
wanted the shield scroll, do you mind if I take it?
The shield of what?
No, there's no shield of
The
mithril.
scroll.
Oh, the
There's a
No, shield of faith.
scroll.
Yeah.
No, the
Oh,
scroll.
the shield of faith.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a scroll. Yeah.
yeah. It's a one-time use, but it's a good spell.
Yeah, well, I already have it. It's just like that would be an extra one, so I don't have to
Oh,
expend a
yeah.
spell slot.
Well, and also, is it concentration? Because I think with the scroll you could have 2 of them active, but I'm not sure if how that works. Maybe not. Is Shield of Faith concentration? I'll look it up.
I'll look it up right now. Oh, okay.
Well, I was also just gonna ask: is a monk able to use that?
Well, I'm.
Well-
Ooh, interesting. Because normally I only allow people who can cast. Like normally in the actual rules, you have to be able to cast that spell to even use the scroll. But then I let anybody cast any scroll. And
Yeah.
Graham specifically, his character has access to spells through his just because of his subclass. He's the only monk that can cast spells through using his key. So
It's
what?
sorry.
Go ahead.
It's concentration up to
Up to what?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it is
Concentration.
concentration. I'm gonna look into here if if you can double concentration with scrolls, but I'm guessing you can't. But I would allow him to use it just because specifically the subclass he is.
Right.
Am I good to scoop that +1 leather, Cotley?
Yeah, the +1 leather armor. I believe it's just +1. It's just +1 leather armor.
Unless somebody else wants it.
All good here.
Nobody wanted
Alright.
it before. Yeah.
And Roman,
I'm taking
you
it then.
now have proficiency due to being a fighter, right?
Yes.
Nice.
So now I can actually cast in armor.
Yeah, that's sick.
Oh, so normally if you have armor,
If you don't have proficiency,
magicians can't cast their spells.
that's why that's why they're not all walking around in plate.
Any type of caster.
So
That's cool.
Like
I didn't know.
there's a ton of benefits for basically anybody to take one level in fighter.
And let me ask you really quick. You want that in particular because it has like +1 like anything, or because of its like armor type or anything? Because Snog also had some studded leather armor, which I believe is one
Should be better.
level
stuff.
higher than +1 leather.
Okay.
Let me hold on. Shit, I might have got that confused.
It might be the same, I think.
Yeah, no, you're right. Was it? Oh, I could have just looked in the compendium.
Oh, you still need to concentrate on a spell that's cast from a scroll, so you wouldn't be able to
Double.
to have double.
It's
Yeah.
So the advantage of a concentration spell would be just to make spells you're doing last longer.
No, it's a kind of a disadvantage in a way. Essentially, any spell you're using that's concentration, when you get hit, there's a chance of you dropping it, and then you can only have one concentration spell active at a time while you concentrate on it. So what I was looking to see was if using it from a scroll specifically negates the fact that you're concentrating on it, but it doesn't. So it just acts as if you're casting the spell normally.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So I would be able to cast it twice with the scroll.
Yeah, I mean, you could. You would just immediately drop concentration on the first cast. But yeah, it doesn't. It wouldn't have the benefit that I thought it would.
So is Graham gonna take it then? Because it's a +2 to AC.
For 10
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Yeah, so it'd be good
All
for
right,
one
okay.
fight if you think
Sure.
you're gonna get hit a bunch.
Yeah, I'll take it then. Sure. If nobody else is
Okay,
looking
so
to grab it.
yeah, I mean, also you just haven't really gotten anything out of this really quick. So scroll, the scroll of Shield of Faith, and yeah, it's got its own. Yeah, he put it in there already.
I'll put it in here. Yeah.
Shield
I'll
of
send
Faith.
it to you. Yeah. Where are you?
One
There.
scroll of Shield of Faith.
There's the 5e link, but it might be in the compendium.
Let's see.
What armor was I using now?
Shield of Faith. Cool. Cast that one. 10 minutes is so long too.
Yeah, 60, right? Or no, wait. How much is it? Yeah, it'd be 60 minutes. Wait, I fucking have no idea what I'm talking about. A minute is 10 rounds. times what? 10 minutes, so 100 rounds.
Yeah. Forever. Ever.
Ever. Is that Andre 5000 or whatever?
Is it
Yeah.
leaving a space before this? Is that why? That's why. Okay.
So Gagra will kind of, she'll just like kind of look at you guys. So you guys are done. Dabby's got something she wants to show you, and I think Snog's body is prepared.
That seems pretty like it could be pretty useful actually, for sure.
Okay.
So we're all heading to the bedroom then.
No, so Dabby took Snog's body to the driving car. What the fuck's it called? The engine car. And she's got the body like prepared and to like shove it into the fucking where the fuel burns or whatever, like he's coal.
Guess we should go give him a quick send off, shouldn't we?
Yep, I imagine so. Hausch, really quick, it looks like leather armor +1 and studded leather armor are exactly the fucking same thing.
He wrote that in the chat like 10
He
minutes
wrote
ago.
that
Oh, okay,
already.
yeah. but like the leather armor's lighter, obviously, if you want to
Yeah.
keep that one.
And
Yeah, just stick with the leather.
Isaac, did you want to pick a room?
I'm not gonna go in Snog's room.
Do you know which one
I'll
was
go-
Snog's room?
It was right across Aurora because of the fact that at the
yeah.
time she was the duck.
Well, it's no longer Snog's room.
Well, as a token of not wanting to disturb the dead and incur the wrath of the other teammates and choosing that dead room, I'm gonna go right in front of a Rub and Tug. To represent that house, I guess.
Okay.
And ours.
Are you sure you want to? I mean, they're at a certain age.
Are they? I thought they were like
They
10.
get loud.
Teenagers at this point.
How old did you say they were, Colin?
Like 10?
Was that?
Yeah.
That's this week.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
this week.
they grow a year every month. It's only been 11 days since they turned 10. So they're like 10 and a third.
Oh, okay.
What's your name? Patch?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh.
You know, I totally forgot that. Oh yeah, up until Patch took that room, wasn't it Arzix who took a wall down to like double his room size?
Oh yeah, yeah. But that was like that was supposed to be a silly joke.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it was because his
wait,
character
let's just
kept
say-
like popping into the wall because of the way the squares are.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Should I go over to the next room over so wait, he still has the 2 rooms?
I'm sure the train would just magically repair itself every time RSX tries to break down the wall. It was mostly just like a joke about that every time we put his token there, he would just pop into the fucking side of the wall. So once in a while, one of RSX limbs just like randomly appears like somewhere on the wall of your bedroom for a while, and then
Don't mind me, neighbor.
it gets ejected. And then on the other side, there's this centaur constantly going, "Keep it down over there."
We're quite the motley crew.
And just pops out of a wall. Oh, you got a cup of sugar I can borrow or something?
I diddly ho, neighbor.
Landers.
All right, we kicking this puppy or what?
Are you going to follow Dabby or Yagra to meet Dabby?
Yep. Oh yeah. Well.
Okay.
Yeah. I should probably go.
I
with
didn't
the
say
credit
any
card.
tokens move, but they don't have to. I'm just
My token.
yeah, you're in the bathroom. So Dabby's got Snog set up on like a steel table, and that she can basically like push, and it'll like slide into the engine bay. And then the brass scales that she took, she had Jaeger fashion into this sign here. So it's like a big brass like a plaque that now is like above the engine compartment, and it says it currently says Snogholven dash torn asunder by a dragon, and then it has like a bunch of spaces, like the intent being that it's gonna be like your wall of the dead.
We starting a Deadpool?
I guess so. Yeah. Well, these are already
It's so
dead
little
people.
thick enough.
Yeah, like so anytime someone dies, you toss them in the train, and then they put up like who they were and how they died on this whatever thing. And then she pushes she'll like just like lean over him and shed some mist, and then just be like, "Bye, friend. Thanks for rescuing me from that tunnel." And then she'll like whisper down, and I guess anyone who wants to hear what she's saying to Snog can roll perception.
Okay.
You can
Oh, I'm
listen.
definitely snooping. Oh, fuck. I gotta
Nice.
turn that off.
You still got 23.
No.
Graham's in a different car.
Ash, did you do a strength save?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm trying to figure out how to do that thing where I can say whether to roll it with advantage or without.
It's in the settings.
No, but I messed it up the other day, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fix it.
No, it's in like
Yeah.
the settings of the sheet, not like
Like you hit the wheel, the
little
settings
wheel, and you got to go, and then
there's like a dialogue
there's-
option where you
it'll
can
be like
click on the
toggle advantage
Yeah.
or query advantage.
No, I'm on that.
Am I still on, or was I disconnected?
I was
Oh,
trying
you're
to
back now. If you were
Yeah,
disconnected.
So my first roll with the perception was with the advantage toggle, but the second one was query advantage. So I'm confused as to why it didn't change anything.
Did you hit save or exit out of the settings? Probably
I
have
went
to
to- I went back to-
close the character sheet, open it again.
and then when you set it to query, it asks you.
Yeah, it pops
Just
up a
like-
little window and you have to click it.
Yeah, I've had it like that before. It just suddenly changed when with this character.
I mean, I could change it for you, but I feel it seems like you know what you're supposed to be doing.
I would think. This guy's making me question myself.
Where is it?
In the room.
I don't. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Nice. I'm gonna put it on the other layer. Nice, I like it. That's awesome.
And I did it real sneaky.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Love it. All right, well, I'm not seeing any more perceptions coming. So, Aurora, you and only you would hear what Dabby says, and I'll just type it to you. Because it's a very hard thing to hear, because she's pretty embarrassed about it.
Yep, definitely not gonna share that with the rest of it.
I fixed it.
She gonna have like little snog babies? Is that what's going on?
Not hearing a no.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Oh,
Disney.
shit.
I don't remember that ever happening.
Anyone
Just
would be
'cause it
Thok.
Says who? Nobody has to remember anything happening. This is a magical world. You can get a magical roofie.
All right, and then after whispering that, she'll like slam the car
It-
thing with
I
his
didn't get a
body.
message from you, Colin.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I got an 18 on my
Yeah, that's not
perception.
enough.
Okay,
Minimum 20.
gotcha.
Wow.
You had said I was in there.
Oh,
I'll tell you guys after. Just not while I'm in the room with Dabby.
and then as she
But damn,
slams, as she slams Snog's body into the engine bay, it just like it's like the train car like revs like, and the fire just like instantly incinerates him. And then there's like Dabby's just kind of like staring at the closed door with his name carved into it for a minute, and there's like a just like a long drawn out silence, and then out of like the door of the engine bay, like the door is closed, but kind of like walking out of the closed door just directly is what appears to be Snog, but in like an ethereal form, in all his glory with his bow and everything. And he kind of like he can't say anything, and he just kind of like winks at Dabby, and then like kind of nods past all of you, and then just like goes and walks towards the door over here, and before he even reaches it, he just kind of like disappears back into a ghost. So essentially, what happened is that Snogs now become a conduit for the train itself's consciousness, and which so essentially your train has gained its first lair action. So it's basically it's a defensive upgrade that if the train's under attack, the train can summon all of the dead members that are placed within its furnace to defend the train. Now, this isn't actually Snog. It's not. It's like it has his body, but it has like his mannerisms and methods of fighting, but it's actually just like an extension of the consciousness of the train. So it's like Dabby and Jaeger can kind of like interpret what the E-theory Snog is or other members who die are trying
Like
to
when-
say or
when-
do, but
It's
they're
like when barbarians call like ancestral rage or whatever.
I
or
don't know,
ancestral whatever.
to be honest. It's like
Oh, okay.
it's like a memory. It's like a photograph.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so it's like the train now has a way to like express its consciousness through the dead Snog, essentially. So then, yeah, whenever you guys are under attack or whatever, the train can activate its lair action, summon all the dead heroes, and then they'll help defend the train. And then, like, basically, I'm just gonna have them kind of like wander the halls, and I'll just like randomly move them around to different parts of the train and they'll just kind of like walk in and out of transparency as they kind of basically now have a train bodyguard system made of your dead friends.
Wow.
Damn. Rest in peace, Snog.
And yeah, I guess like Dabby would probably just watch him go and then just kind of like steel herself and like sit down at her control station and just like kind of like pat the train almost. And then Yagra probably be like, "Hey, Thuck, I noticed you got blue potion there. You want to try that shit out or what? I mounted that dragon skull on the front of the train."
Oh, you minx you. This is for work. This is Daddy's work potion. You know,
She'll
maybe.
okay. Unless you intend to stop her, she's gonna take the potion. If you do intend to stop her, it's gonna be like a contested athletics.
What? Okay.
Gather around, children. We have a domestic disturbance.
What the fuck is going on?
Are you gonna let her take it, or do you want to do the contested strength? Like
Is
the
this
athletic.
strength or is this athletics?
Well, it's athletics because then you get additional points if you have proficiency in it.
Okay.
Roll for married life.
There we go. Oh, look at that.
No.
I got this cool new thing. No, you don't.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
Nah.
So she grabs the potion out of her hand. She's like, "I'll tell you what this potion is for," and then she's gonna walk out of the room
Oh shit.
and probably head back to her room where she's gonna stash this for later.
And is Dabby diegetically like dabbing while covering her tears? in
Yeah,
front of the furnace
because
there?
it's cool. Yes,
It's like
that's how
it's
she
like, it's just
cries. Yeah.
You're all mildly crying, but like
Yeah.
dab, dab, dab. It's not like
Dab,
she's not
dab.
holding a dab. She's like she keeps doing it.
Yep, different sides.
All right.
Let me just check I got everything for the private funeral, because that was yeah, essentially. It says he guards the train, can't speak, sometimes interacts, but under my control. That becomes the train's lair action, an expression of consciousness, and Jaeger and Dabby as mechanic and engineer can commune with them if the train needs to communicate something to them.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have a question about the scale mail.
Yes.
Is this adamantine scale mail
Nope.
or is it actually
Mithril.
mithril? Because I can't find that
Oh,
anywhere.
if in the 5e tools, if you type mithril,
Yeah, that's what I was trying. Oh, so
and then it'll
5e?
come up mithril armor, and then when you click that, it just shows you like these are the base items and these are the items that it creates. Maybe I'll just get it for you. Is it scale? Here we go. I have it. I'll send it to you.
Man, do I not know how to spell mithril? Is that the problem?
Probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mithril.
It's not with a Y.
No, they're spelling it wrong.
You know, IP and all that.
Yeah. That's not the Tolkien way to spell mithril.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, they'd be in trouble. This whole time, Patch has been in the bathroom, just like taking the nastiest dump in Dabby's bathroom.
It's the executive bathroom.
Oh,
It's got the heated seat.
Also,
Oh, is that where I would put my character?
yep, that's Dabby's bathroom. That's her bedroom.
Let me just.
That's her bathroom. You're just
This whole
chilling in
time,
her
Dabby
bathroom.
was putting Snog in the furnace, like fucking Buddy's just busting a growler in the bathroom.
And then also Aurora and Hausch, can you go to the other agent chat for a second?
Oh, interesting. Off we go.
Off we go.
He went to guest chat. Oh, there he is.
That was funny.
Not bad.
So in the top right-hand corner, just above where Patch is standing, there is a skinny, very pale-skinned, white or golden white-haired elf, like hiding in the top corner of the room, crying, who would probably match the description of Black Arrow had if Snog ever described her to you.
Oh, okay. Just for shits and giggles to make everyone else nervous, I'm just gonna roll a quick survival check.
Excellent, love it. You're probably surviving the heart attack as you realize how stealthy this person must be to be in a full room of people and only 2 of them saw her.
So it's a good
A
chance
death
fucking
save.
Black Arrow's just on the tree.
Roll.
That might be too far.
No. Keep rolling death saves until it determines whether you're dead or not. Okay, one pass, one fail. Keep going.
And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time.
Yeah,
I think Trent's
yeah.
catching wise. He's got that shit-eating grin on his face.
Oh, 2 pass, 1 fail.
I love it. Uh-oh.
Oh, 3 pass. All right, and then Aurora, can you make a medicine?
I'll make a medicine. Oh shit!
Oh, that's okay.
double-clicked
We
it.
take the first ones. Didn't you pass already there, Hausch?
No, I think I only had 2 passes.
13, 10, and 12?
Is it 10 a pass?
Oh, I thought it was, but maybe it's not.
It
Let's
might
look.
be.
I'll look it up. I think it's like weighted in your favor, but I'm not sure. Death saving throw? Is it saving?
Yeah.
No, that's why, because it has an E. Because I was thinking it had an E. 1 and 10.
It's 10 or higher. You're right.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, it's slightly in your favor. Okay.
I'm just making nervous faces
Yeah.
at this point, just to really sink it in.
I don't think your camera's on, John.
Yeah, it is. I see it. It's just like super fuzzy because
it's
you're
very
close.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta let it
It
refocus.
it doesn't focus. Yeah. Or maybe it's the internet or something. I don't know.
Nah, it's a shitty camera. I gotta
Okay.
replace it.
It looked good earlier. Yeah. Okay, we can go back now. I'm pretty sure they're fine. Well, that was close.
What
the
happened?
fuck?
Don't worry about it.
What just?
Oh, here, I'll move you, Fluke.
Holy shit!
I got
Okay.
you, Fluke.
What just happened?
Oh, thanks.
What just happened?
I said don't worry about it, but you guys can explain if you want.
Yeah, well,
Hausch,
I'll
would
let
you do the
John
honors?
do the talking.
We have another passenger on the train,
Oh crap!
In the form of.
and not only that, this passenger is in this very room.
And those death saves were just fucking with you guys, but we do have Black Arrow here.
And
Oh,
are you
okay.
saying that out loud in character or not?
These death saves.
Not the death save part, but I will say we
Okay.
got Black Arrow here.
So then, like at that, she'll like drop from the top corner of the room here, and you'll all hear her like crying. Just saying, let me move her to the right layer. So
Yeah, 'cause I was wondering, like, I felt like she should have been part of the funeral, and when you know it,
yeah,
Yes.
here's
Who the fuck are you?
By the way, Snog, you were a fucking pussy hound. I'll tell.
God damn it,
I
Snog.
gotta tell you after.
I would have sewed my ass back up together and marched back in there. The fuck are you doing?
God damn.
yeah,
You could grab that thing by the ears and rode it to town.
and then she'll like run like this has all kind of happened at the same time, but she's just like comes over and like it's like it's I don't know, it's that, and then Dabby will kind of like console her, and then I imagine Monroe might want to do something, but I don't know.
Probably walk up towards her. Just see if she
Yeah.
notices me or not.
Oh yeah, as soon
Yeah.
as you get
Okay,
close,
about it.
like she would turn around and just like bury her face into your chest and just like
Yeah.
be bawling.
No, I'll just hold her till she can stand up, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I see how this goes. All right.
What do you?
Damn, Monroe, you should have been the crying one running up to her.
the child one.
Well, she's kind of a hot mess at the moment.
Put it on this.
Oh, Black Arrow is here, and
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hausch almost died.
And Dabby always loved you. She just couldn't tell you. You fucking pussy hound, you. You had 3 different ladies coming at you. You sure you're not the bard?
I think it's like one of those things where he
Did
like,
you? Was
ascended-
that in character?
he like ascended to.
No, that was
barhood.
all out of
Okay.
It's
Because
like
like,
only in death could he ascend to actual bardhood. You know.
yeah. So
still
like,
proud of him.
yeah, because if
Still
you said
proud of him.
something about that in front of Dabby,
No, I would
she would
never,
like
not in front of
run to
Dabby.
her room embarrassed.
With one arm covering her face and the other one
Yeah.
slightly reaching behind her back
Yeah, exactly.
at an
Oh,
angle.
she's in
It's
love
like-
with Snog.
I just tell her, Dabby, I understand.
That was out of character too. I'm just asking what the hell happened.
Well, the only what's his nuts knows? Aurora. What's his nuts? What's her tits?
What's her nuts?
What's her tits? What's her nut? What's her? Ha!
Ovaries. What's her vag? Who's their beaver? Who's their beaver? You know, old Who's their beaver. Okay.
But yeah, just out of character, Dabby like apparently was in love with Snog too. So
Wait,
yeah, three separate ladies were thirsting after Snog.
Wait, really?
It's like one of one
Yeah.
of those where those Italian gangsters where like the widows and mistresses all jump on the coffin.
Oh yeah.
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 I'll type it.
Except like Dabby can like literally do that like in the coal. Like you just imagine her like raking the coals with her hands and her face while she's like crying steam on all the flames and shit.
What did I do?
Dude, you just exuded. Look, this is all you have to do. You just have
You-
to
Big
exude
bird.
a mysterious personality and
Look,
then just be nice. That's all you have to do.
And never acknowledge it at all. The
Yeah,
thing is
never-
if you knew that they liked you, you would have acted differently, which would have fucked you over.
You had a PhD in quantum physics, basically.
You were super nice. You basically rescued Dabby. She would have died if you hadn't have stood up for her in that cave.
And you rescued Arawa, because when she was still a duck,
Yep.
she would have froze to death on the side of the road. But
And
you
then-
helped her.
And like Black Arrow was like the first person that like you were like the first person that actually like gave a shit about her feelings instead of just trying to like use her for your own well-being. You just happen to be like a really nice dude, but also dark and mysterious and tall.
Wait, I don't think my character was meant to be dark and mysterious.
You're a rogue. It comes with the territory.
I'm not even a chicken. Even my pussy's wet thinking about it.
You
All right.
you literally went on a date just fucking skulking through the woods.
Yeah.
Oh,
And not only that, but
that
you
was
like you kicked her ass at it in every aspect. And like I was thinking she was gonna kick your ass. Like I had set it up in a way where like you're gonna get your ass handed to you, but you just destroyed her. So she was like very impressed. But you're dead
Damn, why
now.
did it die?
So back to virginity.
Yeah.
You know, died a hero instead of living long enough to become a heartbreaker.
Yeah,
Died
because
a hero
like
anniversary.
eventually I was gonna have to like have you choose between Dabby or Black Arrow.
And what are you now? You're you're a paladin. What are you with holding some kind of vow of celibacy or some shit?
No, I'm not a virgin at this point.
Now he's all like, no.
No!
Oathbreaker. I'm actually an oathbreaker. I don't know if you know that. I was an oathbreaker.
I was breaking all these ladies' oaths, breaking all the bitches' oaths.
He's a paladin of the oath of not pulling out.
They show me they show me their oath face.
No, yeah. Show me your oath face. Oh, that's the name of the episode.
No, that's a
Show
good
They
me your
call
oath
me
face.
Chastity Crusher.
Yeah. Show me. Okay, we actually gonna do something this session? Now's the time.
Sure.
Quick.
We should go quickly talk to Sharna, shouldn't we, Thok?
Yeah.
Or fuck, we were gonna talk to Black Arrow first, weren't we?
Oh, well, she's
yeah, I was about to
here.
say,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, she's here. Now that she's here, I mean, in fact,
What's
now
up,
that
tears, bitch? We got
now
stuff to do.
yeah, now that she's here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hand her this. So there was this dragon rapier that Snog had just. Has anybody else use a rapier?
She
I
could
do, but you can
definitely
keep
use
going.
it.
What's that?
I said I do, but you can keep going.
Like, do you like? Would
I,
you?
I don't know. I'd rather you give it to her. So yeah.
It wasn't
Okay.
the only dragon poking that Snog was into, apparently. I mean,
Okay. Well, there's. Well, anyway, yeah. I mean, just because I figure like, I mean, it's a +1 dragon raper. If you want to, rapier.
Raper?
I feel like
A
I feel like
+1
I have to say
dragon
that
raper? She
around
looks at
around
Dabby
I
like,
have to say
is this
that
from
with,
your
like,
drawer?
you want this dragon right now?
There's
they
a
don't have-
+1 dragon rapier
don't
in
have- they don't
Dabby's
have the-
bedside drawer.
They don't have bad dragon in this. They don't have bad dragon in this world. They just call it dragon raper.
And it glows.
Oh my God.
It glows really bright and warm when it's in the presence of a dragon too.
Shit.
It's like the perfect dragon dildo. Weird. That
Anyone
wasn't
with an
planned.
accent south of
That
Waterdeep,
just-
that's
It
too
just
perfect of a
vibrates in the. It just like goes to temperature and starts vibrating in the presence of a dragon.
Yeah,
weapon. This is reusable.
and it would be like because Dabby's here. Every ruby on the hilt would be glowing like internally, like almost shining out, and it would be warm to the touch, almost too hot in a way.
All right. Well, metagaming, not diegetically, just to make sure, Monroe is a +1 dragon rapier something that your character might want.
I just think that might be.
I'm gonna say my character had at this point. I'd probably give it to her. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so yeah, I'm gonna take out from my gig bag. I'm gonna reach in down about like shoulder deep, and I'm gonna, here it is, and I'm gonna pull out this slightly scaly looking rapier, and I'm gonna hand it cup and hilt first to Black Arrow, and say, I think he would have wanted you to have this, and yeah, hand that to her before we kind of like take her off to the side. And
Yeah, so she'll pull out one of her. Just a second. Actually, I need to check her character sheet. Yeah, she has like a short sword at her hip, and she like in as you like hand this thing to her, she actually like pulls the short sword out and just like throws it to the side, and it's now like sticking in the side of the train in one of the walls, and in like the same motion like goes down on a knee and takes the rapier out of your hands, and like looks down at it, and like leans over and almost to like kiss it, but it's almost like she's whispering something, but there's no sound. And then she'll like the rapier will kind of like dull for a second and then glow like even brighter, and then she'll just like nod and lash it to her hip, and she'll now be attuned to this dragon rapier.
nice. Okay. All right. So do we want to prep the witness?
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
I'll let you take the lead on this, though.
Okay.
You're much better with words than I am.
I mean, I'll kind of lead her off to the side,
And she'll like thank you, like,
and I'll say, moreover, if there's anything Snog would have wanted, it is for you to be free of any servitude or shadow hanging over your head. And we feel it is within our duty to make sure that that is complete. Now, we have our own certain ideas about how we want to bring this to fruition, but we want to keep you as part of this, as well as not only to make sure that we're not doing anything that would harm you or your brother, but also we want to make sure that we're not fumbling about in the dark while you may have.
she'll make a little
knowledge that would
smirk at
help.
that, as if it reminds her of Snog.
Oh. All right, and then so we would say I would say you don't happen to know any particulars about where your brother is being kept, do you?
Last I knew, he was in Neverwinter. We both lived there shortly after Monroe left the Glade. Our enclave was under attack, and we kind of had to spread to the wind. The death of Monroe's wife had far more far-reaching effects than any one of us could have believed at first. So we all kind of like the whole Glade was pretty shattered about what had happened. And then once Monroe left, we all kind of went our separate ways. I ended up with my brother in Neverwinter, and we had to kind of like make ends meet. So that's how I got involved with the Zentarum. But I got in too deep, and they managed I managed to keep my brother out of the Zentarum. He's just he's just a normal kid, probably a bit older now, but I told the Zentarum I would pledge my life to their service if they would never touch him or involve him in their operations.
I see.
But that's when they assigned me to Sharna, and I was shipped out here, and I had no choice but to go along with their plan. I haven't heard of anything since then, and I don't know his current whereabouts. But if they've kept their word, and she kind of will like mention the whole the contracts that Sharna has
Yeah.
are like binding in a way that's like a next level power.
Yeah,
Like because
a
of those
magical contract.
contracts, as long as she remains like loyal to the Zentarum, then her brother will be safe. So there's no reason that he would have left Neverwinter that she can think of. But she actually doesn't know his exact whereabouts. But she should say like they would know. They would be keeping tabs on him in some
so he's
form
more
or
of
another.
under the constant watchful eye of the Zentarum and an
he's-
ever-present threat rather than he's not actually being held captive or anything.
Correct. As far as she
Okay.
knows, because this is some time ago, but the way that
However-
the contracts are written, they wouldn't even necessarily have to watch him at all.
Right. Just you breaking this contract
could potentially
enact some kind of danger on his life. However, that also technically means that would we absolve these contracts, that it doesn't necessarily take your brother out of danger. Like we would still want to possibly go and collect him.
Yeah, you would want to do both things.
Let me just go ahead and put forward what
you wouldn't want to do anything without absolving the contract first, because the contract would enact itself. But you also wouldn't want to just break the contract because they have normal methods of killing people too.
All right. So
she's also gonna warn you though, because I don't know if Monroe mentioned this to you guys in the meeting, because she wasn't there. She was hiding in Monroe's room, but then when everybody rushed to the train room, she hid in here to watch the funeral. She'll tell you guys like Sharna is nothing. She's like the face of the Zentarum operation in Phandalin. The actual power behind the Zentarum in Phandalin is the gnome Ditch Fundy, who is
Ditch Fundy, yeah.
Ditch Fundy, who's the DF from the note that the ogre had.
I wrote that as a note on my phone. I forgot to read that when I was doing things.
And
sorry, guys.
She's also the head priest of the Temple of Joaquin, the new temple in town.
Okay.
And so when Snog had like tailed, went to Harbin's house that one night, when he ended up meeting Black Arrow and Sharna for the first time, he had actually tailed Ditch from Harbin's to Sharna's place, and then that's when Black Arrow kind of intercepted him, and he lost the tail of Ditch Fundy. But Ditch Fundy, like according to her, like she came to town, set up this extravagant temple, and then and set up got something on Sharna where now had Sharna basically act as like her face for all of the Zentarum and operations. So there's like layers upon layers of like subterfuge.
Okay,
Black Arrow will
that could-
also tell you that Ditch Fundy herself was responsible for the brutal, gruesome murder of Harbin, and that she forced Black Arrow to watch the whole thing, and that it deeply disturbed Black Arrow because, like, Black Arrow's killed a lot of people, but Ditch Fundy takes it to another level. She does things to corpses and people, keeps them alive, and will like skin them and wear their skin in front of them. She finds she has like an absolute like gleeful desire to do this to people. It's not even necessarily like just for work. It's something she would just do for fun anyway.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Because yeah, that's something that we missed because when
Black Arrow is
we did
deeply,
catch
deeply scared of Ditch Fundy.
Ditch Fundy. Okay. Yeah, because we did catch that Sharno was nothing, but I thought that meant more in like a a local representative. Nothing like she's a branch manager. Nothing.
Yeah.
But like as in
Everything
like,
that's
there's somebody that's
happened-
actually funneling.
Yeah.
Like
Everything that's
orders
happened
through her.
between you and Sharna since you've been here, including like the mayor election and all, like everything has been at the behest of Ditch Fundy. She's the puppet master as far as Fanalin's concerned.
Right. So
Short
I mean,
gnome hiding in a tall shadow.
yeah. So I mean, this also may mean that like I mean, it still has the same implications as before, but essentially, do you think we may be able to dissolve your contract by offering Sharna a seat on the council?
Sharna would never go against Ditch. And if had Sharna wanted a seat on the council or even mayorship, she could have had it a long time ago.
Right.
Like Sharna is just a lackey of Ditches. She doesn't do or anything that isn't like directly ordered from Ditch. Whatever the Zentarum have over me, they have 10 times over on Sharna. As far as Ditch goes, I think she just likes it. Like there isn't a soul in that body.
Oh. I was not expecting that ingredient to this mysterious pot of stew.
Yeah, no, that does change the
now,
plan because
Sharna's
I don't think we want to
office
mention...
has that vault of all the contracts that she enacts. So each Zentarum kind of like office area has like this vault of contracts. That's how they keep them safe. Now usually there's like a clause of like if the contract gets destroyed in any way, then it'll essentially like enact its punishment on both parties, which is why they're kept in such like pristine and like
Purity,
under
right.
guard. And but if you are planning to dissolve the contract between me and the Zentarum in order to save my brother, it getting a look at any of the contracts that currently exist in Sharna's office, or that if Ditch has any, would afford you like a look into the language. Perhaps like somebody with a high level of skill in documents could find some form of like loophole that is like common to many of these documents. And then that could give you guys is essentially like an advantage in overthrowing other contracts that are. This campaign wasn't supposed to be about the Zentarum, but apparently that's what's happening.
Do I smell a heist episode?
Yeah, we're also down one rogue though.
Yeah.
Which is already making me nervous.
You would not believe how good at stealth Graham is.
Oh yeah.
He's like
Probably.
he has pass without trace. He can give every single one of you a +10 to your stealth rolls.
Oh yeah.
for a fucking hour. I'm pretty sure. Not to mention like other spells. Oh, is that you, Graham? It's hard to hear.
No, I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Keep
Oh,
going.
I
Yeah.
bet you I'm
Or
hearing
in
me.
feedback.
Yeah. That's okay. It wasn't very loud, so you're good. Yeah, but Graham's like ridiculously good at stealth and has the ability to make all of you better at it. And now Monroe has his armor as well.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like, a stealth episode isn't all the way
well,
up.
no, I'd have to get different. I'd have to wear a different armor, but yeah.
And then, Black Arrow essentially, like, at this point, she's like, I'm gonna have to go soon. Because if I'm gone too long, they'll get suspicious. But I just want to say, like, thanks to all you guys for being such good friends to Snog and having this like wonderful funeral. You guys clearly all care about him, and thanks for this sword. I know it meant a lot to him, and I'll make sure I keep it safe. If you do plan to do anything about this, just know that like I'm on your side. And then she'll actually like mention the box with the snail in it.
The more I hear about that snail, the more terrified I get over it. Like I don't even know if it's a normal snail or not.
It's the snail that if it touches you, you die. The infinite living one. You know,
Oh
you guys
God,
heard
the
of it?
immortal
The
snail.
immortal snail.
I had a fucking
The
worry.
immortal
There's who has the snail?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so she'll look over at you and like, oh, interesting. So you're the whole reason that Snog had the snail. Originally, Sharna asked that you be killed for taking the box, and Snog refused to do that. But I guess that's another thing you should know, that he was loyal to you guys, and he could have had a pretty good reward for murdering you, and he chose not to. Essentially, what that snail does, and she'll pull another box out of her pocket that has the exact same snail in it. Like if you were to inspect these at length, the two snails in the boxes, they're just like a matchbox, are absolutely identical, as if they're the same snail. These snails are immortal as far as time is concerned, but easily killed. If one of them dies, the other one dies. So this was essentially a signal system that I had set up with Snog, where if he were to kill his snail, then I would appear to give him a hand in murdering you. Now that you have the snail, if you need me, or if I need you, one of us kills our snail, the other person will be essentially magically teleported to within like a 60-foot radius of the other person who wields the snail. But only one person.
Okay.
Just gonna slide away from Hausch a little bit. just
So if you guys are going after her and you need assistance from me, just kill your snail. And if your snail dies, then you will be instantly, whoever's the wielder of the snail will be instantly teleported to me. So just be aware. I may make you randomly disappear.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I should get back. But I'm gonna go for a walk first because I need to get all this red puffiness out of my face and get my character back together before I go back. I really hope that you guys can help me. And if we can take care of Ditch and Sharna in this town will be way better for it. And as long as like Ditch is supremely overconfident. She would never believe that she could be defeated here, which leads me to believe that if you were to be able to stop her and Sharna and Ditch's two acolytes, which are like they're like the they work in the temple, but they're also Zentarum. If you were to remove all of these, it's possible, like highly likely, based on Ditch's personality, that the Zentarum wouldn't realize for a bit of time, which would give us enough, like, I think they send like weekly or bi-weekly reports into Neverwinter, where the Zentarum base that I initially joined was. It would give you at least a couple days of head start on returning to Neverwinter
How long does it
before
take
they're
a
aware.
train to get to Neverwinter?
Oh, like 1 day.
Nice.
You can
okay.
you can move 10 hexes in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you take them out fast enough, this is now
Take them
out,
out
out of
fast, then-
character, then it would take, you'd have a window in which Zentarum
Win-
in
yeah.
Neverwinter wouldn't know what happened in Phandalin yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Assuming that Ditch is as overconfident in her own ability as Black Arrow believes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I guess she'll just,
Okay.
unless anyone else has anything for Black Arrow, she'll go back and to, you know, Sharna and make up a story about where she was.
I'll just give her a hug before she goes, and I'll whisper in her ear, I miss him too.
Oh,
And that'll be it.
she'll like when you miss her too, she'll like kind of like squeeze you a bit tighter and like rub the side of her head on yours. And then Dabby just comes up and just grabs both of you and lifts you off the ground.
Thawk's just like, nice, now smell her a little.
Yeah, I'm classy. I do it all in my mind.
Yeah.
A gentle bot. True.
Meanwhile, Yagra's in like full BDSM gear with the potion of Hill Giant strength, just waiting for you to be done this meeting.
What do you need that hammer for?
There's a
Oh,
reason.
God,
they
it's
call
not
me
a hammer.
Peggy. Yeah.
Oh, that's a dragon raper.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, Black Arrow. Until we see you again. And then I mentioned before to like Cotley or whatever, but I don't know if I mentioned it, but essentially, if you guys do manage to rescue Black Arrow from this contract, she can join the franchise potentially if that's something you want.
What do y'all guys think? Because that was kind of a stunning development. I thought Sharna was like the actual head in town.
Yeah, I know. Even
yeah.
though, I mean, Monroe did say she was essentially powerless, but I just thought that meant like in a general manager, branch manager type of way, and like Phandalin and shit type
I
of way.
forgot my note about Ditch, so I forgot to work that into it. Yeah.
And also, it kind of sounds like we don't want to go directly at Ditch either, even like hooded in the middle of the night, because I mean, I don't imagine anything, you know, by third degree will contractually cause Black Arrow's brother to be hurt. Like, if we enact upon knowledge that she gives us, it's not like it's going to break her contract. But I do worry that if we just go and kill Ditch in the middle of the night or some shit. No, I don't, actually. I don't know. Maybe we should just kill Ditch in the middle of the night.
Well, there was something about contracts, like in
it
in
definitely
a
seemed
vault,
as,
right?
It definitely seemed as though that sounds like a knock spell, and yeah, somebody and Blackfeet's
Shadow stealth.
Yeah, shadow stealth. I was worried because I thought that meant like I was gonna have to go in there with just like like an invisibility spell or something. But I worry about my fucking rolls. Like, I hate stress rolls.
You know what?
Every
Hausch
time.
might be handy in this too, because I know
Well, it
he likes
seems
to
like-
read, right?
It seems
We can
like
get him
Hausch
to
is
mull
gonna-
the contracts.
I think what we're gonna need to do is that we're gonna have to get Blackfeet to go get the contracts, and then Hausch like to do some kind of development on them, and then and then Monroe to maybe take a further look at them to see if like documents or wise there's not.
Like just legal loopholes. See if there's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the kind of a job that a documenter would be doing.
Nice.
Yeah, like legal contracts are why Documentsy was created, essentially.
So I don't think there shouldn't be any reason if we leave everything as it is, everything else, and if we don't leave any evidence behind of forced entry or anything, it's not like she goes in to go check to see if that contract is there every like once a month or something. So as long as you don't trip anything and it goes well, we should just be able to leave with that contract. And then also, us just having the contract doesn't, I don't think, put Black Arrow in any kind of like danger, like unless there's some kind of like duplicate spell or I don't know whatever. But like otherwise, we should just be good to like look at it at our leisure and try and see if there's something we can apply to it to dissolve it. Otherwise, we'd have to sneak in and put it back. I don't think we ever want to have to deal with the timeline where we have to do that.
Yeah, and also if we're gonna be taking them out after we kind of learn a little bit more about the contract, then probably don't have to worry about it anyway. But
I don't really think there's any issue if like we take the contract and we just like, fucking
but
burn the
I thought
city
maybe
down and Ditch and Sharna accidentally get killed.
Grab the contract, grab the woman, and then train laser the town.
Well, see,
Or at
I
least
wouldn't
the gnome.
necessarily grab Black. I would leave Black Arrow because see, Black Arrow is actually contracted to the Zentarum, right? Not to Sharna. She was just sent to Sharna as part of her contract with the Zentarum.
Yeah.
So as long as she does not do anything that breaks her contract with the Zentarum, then she's fine. If we pick her up and take her with her, that puts her at risk like at every turn.
Yeah, fair point.
But as soon as we dissolve that contract, we can fucking kill the snail and just be like, "Hey, welcome to the bus."
True. Sorry, I'm thinking too much about the train laser. I just want to see it go off.
There's no reason we can't use it. There's no reason we can't use it. Just be like, hey, there's a meeting that you and Sharna should be at, Ditch, and then, like, oops. And that is like the sound in my head that it makes is that like 1950s alien movie Ray. Anyway, but yeah, there's multiple ways that I think we can go at this, but I don't think we're doing any of it today because it doesn't sound like Sharna needs or wants public power, and unless we're gonna go sneaking into, we could go we could go see if we can rustle up this contract today if Graham is down for it, if Blackfeet is down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my suggestion would be pick some angle and start it. That way, A, I can leave it in a cliffhanger, and B, then I know exactly what I'm prepping.
We're heisting a contract, I guess.
I think that's what's going down.
Oh, heist contract as of tonight, and then because you also have the gift at the circus you want to look at, so we could do that in the morning, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Don't want to get too backed up with stuff to do.
Yeah. So we do
Ocean
one at night, then one in the morning. Then we got kind of a timeline of the next handful of hours.
Oh man, so it's good. This is gonna be a pretty Blackfeet heavy episode coming up. So you better get ready. Fucking eat your fucking Wheaties, son.
Okay. So is it
Lead us.
is the plan for just Blackfeet to be breaking into the Coster, the Lion Shield Coster?
I can assist.
I'm just curious. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to.
I can assist.
I can be outside in case. I can be outside in case people like start coming in, kind of thing. Because of my heavy armor, I can't. I definitely won't be that stealthy. So I can mostly be like as backup, like a signal warning if you guys want.
I don't know if we want any like well, I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess we have to plan for failure, but like I think if in the case of failure, it's gonna have to be like all hands on deck, and then we kill Sharna.
I could always wild shape into a bird and be his lookout too. Like I keep forgetting I can wild shape.
Okay. Are we Ocean's 11ing this shit?
Because
Because if we're gonna Ocean's 11, if we're gonna Ocean's 11 this shit, that's a whole other conversation. Let's do. We can do that.
What's Ocean's 11? Watched it.
Oh, it's a heist movie. It's like the heist movie.
Oh, okay.
That basically means everybody has a key position and a key point in the heist, and we're splitting up into basically different factions for each section of that heist. Like, for example, in this point, like, well, Blackfeet would be the grease man, so you would have him on high stealth. He would be the one actually going into the vault. You would have the lookout, and the lookout is more likely, like we're saying, could be Aroa because she can wild shape. We can have the getaway / the muscle, which would be Patch, and a warhorse, which you do have you do have a warhorse, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so that's
I could see House duping keys for the vault.
Yeah, exactly. Like then we got like the window man or the guy in the chair is basically House. So instead of him like hacking on the keys and the keyboard, basically like sitting there with a scrying stone and some spells prepared, ready to either boost and buff himself or somebody else, or communicate with somebody else. And then
so I moved you to a new map.
Sounds amazing.
You guys kind of remember the exchange, just because you've been, like, some of you have been there sometime. So I don't. You should be able to see just like the very exterior walls.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like the front door you usually run into, right? There's also these two smaller doors here that are just used for like goods going in and out. Now on the back side, there's this small door, or that's like a window. This is like the main back door, but it just kind of goes into like the yard. It's not usually used. And then this area is like the upstairs office. So if you were to walk in this way, this whole area is like the floor of the warehouse. I can't show you more because I'd have to fuck with the map a bit, but basically the entirety of this area is just one big open area down in the bottom. But then the stairs kind of like come up here to go to the front of the office, and they also come up from back here. So there's a set of stairs that goes here and then up into this office, and then a set of stairs here that goes up into this office, and then in the office there's a window, and then this office is like Sharna one, and then between the two sets of stairs is like a balcony that you stand on with like a rail. So I don't know if that is gonna, like, I just wanted to show you this so you can use this for your plan.
What Colin brings up is a fair point, is that usually the one, besides the initial, like, these kind of movies usually go in 3 stages. The first stage is like, the like whatever the issue is, and it's like, oh, we got to break into this place, but it's not just because they want to get a thing. It's usually because they want to get a thing, and like that's tied to like, oh, if you don't get this thing, then I'm not gonna let your wife go, or like whatever, something like that, right? So second part is getting the band together, and we all have, we could skip that part, but basically that's like the,
you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, that's that part, right? And then we have like the third stage, which is like the planning, which is like where we have like this. We obtain all the maps and layouts. We do the research. Like some of the guys go by and pull like a pre-con where they're like dressed up as like service, some kind of like service or something like that. Where
you get certified with your pro serve, so you can pretend to be a bartender. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get some info on the vault. and then we buy a full version, separate version of this like 1 in 30 versions of this like rare and ultra expensive vault that costs more than entire heist does, but whatever the fuck, right? And then we figure out how we're gonna break into it, and then
I will let you know that there's significantly less technology involved here. It's just a small warehouse with an office. Just before you get all crazy.
Colin, don't ruin my fucking movie.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, just
I'm
In our
sorry.
head canon, we're already
no,
like
to be
descending
honest,
from the ceiling
to
on
be
a rope.
honest, Colin, I thought that like wherever technology was void, there was going to be some kind of like
Magic.
trap spells or
Yeah,
inanimate,
I mean that's still a thing.
whatever. So
But
I was worried
also,
about that.
you're coming up with a heist. Is that
Gentlemen, sink
necessarily
your watches.
what is going on? Or maybe I could use this opportunity to not make you think that there's a heist so that you don't do all this planning. That makes sense.
Wow, Jesus Christ, dude, you fucking horrible at this.
Gentlemen, still sink your watches.
Yeah, no, we're definitely planning a heist, boys. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
You made me talk.
Colin,
I blame you.
Colin, go to your room.
All right.
Go to agent chat too. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm
No,
gonna
no.
do stuff. No.
No, because if you go to agent chat too, then none of this goes on the stream. But
Oh,
anyway,
right.
yeah.
I could leave. I'll just go somewhere.
No, it's fine. I was just kidding. Will if you accidentally drop hits about your own game, it's fine.
Are you sure?
I mean, we're not gonna not use them. But yeah. So I mean, if y'all want, we can like. I mean, I think we should use everything at our disposal to try and get intelligence on where and what this vault actually is and
So
how it's situated.
you and the duck and Snog
seen
have
the
seen
vault?
it. Yeah.
It's,
The
like,
duck's
just behind her
intimate.
desk
Well,
or whatever.
yeah, it was just in the corner. It was opened several times in front of Snog, and at least once in front of the duck.
Okay.
And it's basically just
I
in the
think that's
corner
the
of her office. It's like a big ass tumbler vault. And inside it looks like a wine holder with a bunch of like diamond shapes, and then that's where all the scroll tubes go.
So we can make it easy if Aurora just wild shapes to something small to fly in with Blackfeet. She can kind of guide Blackfeet right to it. And we just all kind of have different positions around the building, keeping watch, keeping hidden. So if something goes down, we can burst in.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah,
Keep it simple.
Yeah, just keep 6. I think that I can cast that stealth to. I don't know how many people I can cast it to.
I think it's like a bubble that follows you around. So it's like within a certain radius of you, you just like quiet all their movement and stuff.
So it's an unlimited amount of people within 30 feet.
Yeah. So anyone within 30 feet of you gets a +10 stealth.
Okay. So right. So yeah, I mean, like if we all kind of, what's around this building though? Like, is it just open, or
yeah,
could we like?
Yeah, I can show you on the map, but essentially it's just like, it's this lion shield coaster. It doesn't really look like that, but yeah, essentially it's just there. It's be like open green around it. The only other building that's here is actually the elf sisters that you want to recruit for your alchemy endeavor. That's their alchemy shop.
Okay.
But other than that, it's just basically surrounded by roads and green space.
Yeah, it looks like we can get pretty close from where that tent is, and just not be seen sort of coming up to it, and then have everybody sort of around, or whoever wants to be involved.
Yeah, the carnival is still like in full fucking ass swing. It's like first
So we got
day of the
good
carnival.
distraction going, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
See?
Oh yeah, are we doing this in? I guess the carnival is just like rocking all night, or is this?
It's like
This
gonna
is- I
be
guess-
here like a week.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing. They just did an
Yeah, it has
entrance
nothing to do
us,
with you guys.
but yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing their own thing now. They're just entertaining
Yeah,
people.
Thok basically presented them like a mutual beneficial entrance.
So what
So
were we
we have a
talking about? You were talking about her, Blackfeet and
Aurora.
Aurora.
Shape
Just
Could you become small, Aurora? Like
yeah.
small insect
you
or
can
something?
too, because our Arzix can shrink you. If y'all wanted, y'all could both just like little birdie into the windows.
Oh, wonder. Would be.
Y'all could
Yeah, then
literally just
I
be
guess.
a hawk and a sparrow.
Oh, that's not bad
Oh,
actually.
can
'cause
you wild
it's
shape
very
into
slow.
flying things yet? Or right at this level?
Oh, is it? Yeah, is that?
Ooh, I don't think until level 8.
No.
Well, he can carry you.
That's true. You could just be like,
Yeah.
you could wild chip into like a mouse or some
Just,
bullshit.
yeah, like I say, just be a little mouse or something. Just push the beak left, right, north to signal. Unless you can talk in your animal form. Oh, because if can Blackfeet talk to animals?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I could probably cast that on you beforehand, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, you're allowed to maintain concentration while you're in animal form as well.
Yeah, so you can speak with animals, wild shape, fly in, guide.
Sounds sneaky. I like it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we have an
so-
entire carnival we can disappear into as well, if things go
Yeah,
wrong.
which we need to escape. Oh yeah.
Like the second we're outside, hey.
Yeah, it's pretty
Works for
close.
me. And yeah, like as long as we can get this safe open really quickly, the scroll is gonna be super light to escape with.
Would I be too much of a secretarian if I left behind a business card?
That's hilarious.
I think that's a horrible idea.
That's some wet bandits nonsense.
Yeah. Call us at. Okay, I'll put it. There's a safe now in the office.
Look, just think, instead of heisting you, we could be heisting for you. No, I'm kidding. No,
When-
I'm not doing
And
that.
like you guys, like Thok and the duck would know there is actually just like a window directly into Sharna's office on the second floor.
What duck?
Oroa. I say the duck because
Oh, yeah.
he was a duck at the time, and I'm never quite sure
Yeah,
where
yeah.
John is located in his like role play. So I want to make sure that I mention that it was the duck that saw it, not
Yeah.
necessarily Oroa. Like Oroa should remember everything, but that's like just my
Yeah,
opinion.
no, I remember
man.
him saying that. John, you said that you remember everything that Sir Donald did and saw, but it was just like if it was a dream or something.
I
something that
remember
somebody
the
else
events
did.
that have been happening in the campaign. I just can't remember well, technically a lot of my memory got shattered like at the tower, but yeah, I do remember current events.
Okay. All right, cool.
In terms of getting the safe open, how is that gonna work? Is it-
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like I was envisioning somebody having to grab a knock spell or something, but like I mean that's a
It would
that's a scroll.
yeah. What? It's knock. Let's. I have to.
We
read
do
them
have
all.
that scroll of knock.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I mean. Like we have one.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
Let's see.
so that just opens.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
that
like a master key having that thing.
contains a mundane or magical means. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck or unbarred. If the object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. If you choose a target that is held shut with arcane lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally. When you cast a spell, a loud knock, audible as far away as 300 feet, emanates from the target object. So it's extremely loud, and if it can unlock a mundane or an arcane, but it can any vault with multiple locks, it will only unlock one of those.
You think we could time it to you guys knock the same time we fire the train cannon? Just to fire it into the air to make noise.
Ooh.
That's very cool.
I was gonna say, yeah, or be
somebody
at the
have
carnival.
deafen
There's a silence
or
spell.
silence or something like
Silence,
that?
yeah.
But I'm sure that has a range much shorter than 300 feet.
Yeah, but what if I'm wondering if
you could
an
use silence to
argument
cover
can be
the building
made.
at least.
Well, even if it's a small one, if the source is emanating from within the silence area,
Yeah, like
it
if
doesn't
you're
keep going.
yelling,
then
Yeah, yeah.
suppress
if you're
the
yelling
rest of it.
within a silence bubble, then it doesn't
you don't
matter.
hear
It
it
doesn't go as far.
outside.
Yeah.
Damn it! I knew I should have picked up silence.
I think Blackfeet has that too. Blackfeet's just like the perfect heist character.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you have silence. Yeah, you have silence.
God damn.
Yep, it's right there.
Yeah.
All right, so cast silence, then drop the knock.
Drop a da knock a da. Now, Oro is going to be with him because I think it's silence concentration because you wouldn't be able to silent. Oh no, knock isn't concentration. Never mind. I was worried about 2. Oh, you would have to drop pass without trace. But I mean, if as long as you have enough key points to like pass without trace, then cast silence.
I mean, you might as well have Aurora do it anyway, though, because like if I would rather Blackfeet worry about stealth initiatives and Aurora worry about any like ingress initiatives, whether that be suppressing security or actually like movement and grabbing things, because actually no, y'all are gonna be like second floor, so you're not gonna be able to use any like vine shape things, but you can use there are some other spells that you can use to suppress or silence some foes if you run into any, aren't there?
Well, if we fly into Sharna's office, it should be empty, and I do have a spell or two I could probably cast on the door to hold it shut while we find what we're looking for.
Okay, yeah. I'm also just worried about like detecting magic and things like that.
Yeah.
Just because I imagine if this is a vault that has like sensitive documents in it, I worry
like an alarm spell or something.
Yeah, it might have some kind of spell that needs to be deactivated, or something in the room.
It's possible.
This is why I'm kind of worried Colin is trying to bait us into going simple. whereas I'm like,
I'm a masturbator.
I mean, you are though. You are. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I read that message earlier. I know he is.
I don't see any problem with planning for, possible eventualities in case. I mean,
the thing about like we're kind of getting through it. It's just another thing we can see if we can add on to their repertoire of skills, or
yeah. I mean, so I would kind of like to have House somehow accessible for support. I don't know what that means, whether he's just an eye in the sky or if he's shrunk down.
Yeah, like literally the rest of you could just be like standing on the outside of this building waiting.
Yeah, I mean I know he may have some spells that can give you what yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think are the chances that she has see invisibility?
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, but the thing is that I'm more worried about inanimate trap spells because if she's not in there or somebody else, like unless
Well, I think
she
House is
has,
saying he can go invisible, but yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
is what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm not as worried about I'm not as worried about actually somebody being there is what I
Yeah.
mean.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't think somebody seeing somebody invisible is going to be as much of an issue as
yeah,
it would be important for someone like you to be maybe in the room at least to just detect magic.
yeah. So I think
Yeah, I do not have detect magic, unfortunately.
Okay. What
But
do we
I
got?
mean, I've got a pretty.
What do we got at our disposal that we might want to use? I'm looking at here. I have invisibility as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I can cover our tracks with snare. Like I can block up a doorway so nobody comes through. I've got gust of wind to take out any airborne traps like fog, darkness, or maybe darkness. I'm not sure, or like poisons.
okay. That's the stuff that I'm worried about once you get into the vault. Like I'm
Yeah.
worried about somebody getting like trapped in there with like, gas or something.
Maybe
Um,
would it be better if House was shrunk down? Can he be shrunk and come with me?
could be, but
Uh,
then I was just because he didn't know the way of the vault. But then if they kind of
mm.
explain to you, you should be able to just find it anyway, I guess. So
It's a pretty simple building.
yeah, because it's a
yeah.
pretty simple building, man. Not
And
to
to
worry
be
about
I
that.
can
It's gonna do
Misty
House
step
instead.
too,
Yeah.
so technically I don't even have to be shrunk. I can just teleport like 30 feet.
Oh
oh,
yeah,
Oh.
just
shit.
teleport from the ground straight through the window.
Yeah, you could, and then we could first have House kind of like come in and oh, but you don't have detect magic. Okay, what else? What do we? Is there anything that we can use to fucking what? Hello. Okay, wand of secrets,
Oh, for the secret doors and stuff. Yeah.
doors
Yeah.
and traps.
Yeah. And
Oh.
traps. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
That could be it. Okay, so who? So if enough of us are around, and I could do pass without trace for 30 feet, then it should be no problem to do all of these spells at once, right?
Did someone just yell hello?
Yeah.
Can anybody hear me?
Oh, now we can.
Oh,
Yep.
there he is.
Yes.
1 second, some shit's going on. I was talking about trying to use the wand,
Oh,
and then it
okay.
was mentioned. I'm
Oh.
like, I used it, God, and then
No.
nothing
Yeah.
happened.
We're okay. So yeah. No, that's exactly what we were trying to figure out. It was like, we were trying to figure out what we had at our disposal, and I couldn't remember. But yeah, you were probably yelling it for like half an hour. But yeah, the wand. So you have the wand. Can you help us out here? OMG, what do you do? You have any other spells that might help with? Oh, there we go. We're waiting for him to come back. All right, you back?
He's back. Omega?
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, can you help us out here? Do you have any other things that might help with the ingress or egress of this vault or this room in secret, like spells or otherwise?
Yeah, nothing in the way of items, but
Oh, I just mean spells. Like, if there's anything
no,
that
yeah,
you cast to like,
spells. I do have like stuff like dancing lights, thunderclap, molder. That stuff's like I could use that as a distraction, but it wouldn't necessarily be a good one.
gotcha. That's for
Sprays
like
of
when you're
dying
going
mending.
loud. Okay.
Yeah, mage hand.
All
Magic
right.
missile, Feather Fall,
Actually,
Chaos Bolt, less Mind Spike, but that's more of a
yeah. Again,
like if
it's
shit goes loud and we have a particular person we're looking for, I can
well,
Mind Spike
actually,
them and they can't hide from me.
that's also good for when if we're not going loud. But yeah. Does anybody else have Mage Hand? House, do you got Mage Hand?
No, I don't.
Okay. That might actually be kind of useful too. Like
man.
because we may see that we want to like grab this document without touching it, type of thing. You know.
No, yeah. So like Mage Hand would be majorly helpful in that
So
regard.
we may want to have an ingress team, um, led by Blackfeet. So I would say Blackfeet, House, and Arxis. Do y'all think that's too complex there?
No, as long as we can get them all in, that sounds good.
Yeah, because Blackfeet can cast his what is it called? Shadow what
Path without trace.
yeah, Path
That's
Without
what I've
Trace.
traced. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that means that we're able to use the knock spell under silence. We can have somebody cast Mage Hand in case we don't actually want to step inside the vault, or in case you need to like grab something.
The
without
vault
touching
isn't
it.
something you can step inside. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's
Well,
not that
yeah,
big.
it's just like a stand-up
cabinet.
vault.
Yeah, you would like
Yeah.
swing it open. It'd probably
Okay.
be like 3 foot by like 5 foot, and then inside it's just a bunch of. It's like front to back slots
Oh, no, yeah.
that tubes fit in.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I just imagined it being, like closet size, but I just meant like, that way we're not actually like, because I imagined people being small if they were shrunk down, 'Cause so I didn't want people
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
like stepping
Even if you were
inside of a vault
small,
if they
you'd
didn't
have to be like really small.
Okay.
You'd have to fit within like a wine bottle size.
Okay, but either way, yeah, just in case like somebody needs to grab something without touching it
Mhm.
or anything like that, or also, I don't know if we're gonna need. I don't know if we're gonna need like a backup plan for opening that vault. I don't know if between the three of y'all that cuts it, or if we might be able to rock something with Mage Hand. I don't know, but I mean, we have thieves' tools, but nobody that can use them, right? I mean, they're just kind of, as far as I know, they're just jangling at the top of Aroa's staff. So if it turns out that this is like a multi-lock vault,
We're boned.
Or we just steal the whole safe.
well,
that might get complicated quick, but I'm just saying it's a plan that's there.
I mean, as we said, like as long as we have the contract, like as long as Black Arrow isn't doing anything herself that is acting against the Zentarum, her contract is fine. And then as long as somebody else doesn't destroy it physically,
You haven't
which
actually
they
seen
wouldn't.
her contract,
Right?
so you're not 100% sure what it entails. Just an FYI.
Let's rent a crane from the doors and just rip the safe out of the building.
Oh, I was more thinking that somebody had some kind of something that would mean that we could probably just like.
I have find familiar. It can be pretty versatile. Like I'll put it in chat here.
Oh, find familiar. You should always just have familiar out active all the time. It's the best thing ever. I try and take that on every character if I can. It's so cool.
Oh shit, Colin. I think we actually talked about this one before. Aren't my bees technically my familiar, or is that just like
The bees
something
are
different?
like a whole nother thing. But if you
Okay.
wanted to make your bees your familiar, like there's a list of familiars you can choose from. They have their own stats and everything. Like when I came up with my mole snake thing, Monroe like made me a custom character for it, and then we ended up switching me to a Tressum because Tressums are my favorite familiar. It's a winged cat, but so I would just Google like before you necessarily want to pick the bees, just Google like what familiars you can have, and then we can come up with something together. But I don't mind making a swarm of bees you're familiar if that's what you want to
No,
do.
I was just wondering if that wasn't already it or not.
No, it's
just wondering.
technically it's that's just like a pet. It's like a non-combat pet.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want to. You can make it that, but you don't have to. That can just be a pet that lives in your room. That's just like a flavor thing. Oh yeah. So for anybody else who doesn't know, there is a incessant buzzing coming from Aura's room, and her bed is made of basically a flower garden, and she has a
I saw that. I was
hive.
wondering what that thing was. Yeah.
She has a hive of pet bees that lives in the corner of her room and like eats like survives off of her bed.
So if you ever need fresh honey for your coffee, hit me up.
Oops. So yeah, I'd like to have you guys start the heist today, please, because it would just be a better place to end, and it would be very, then it'd be easier on my end. But
Okay.
that way we
So-
avoid another 2 hours of discussion about the heist next time.
Yeah. So the knock spell is what's supposed to open the safe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you have one
So that-
scroll of knock.
We have
And
one
that's-
scroll though, but we might. That will only unlock one lock if it has one lock.
Yeah, and you can specifically target either magical or a mundane lock. And further inspection of the with some rolls, you could inspect the vault before casting knock to know kind of what it is. Something like detect magic would be obviously give you an immediate answer, but I'm open to using things like arcana or even somebody who has proficiency with thieves tools to kind of understand these things. Because if you guys don't have somebody who has proficiency with thieves tools, then you're either going to need the key or to use lock on the mundane portion. Assuming that there's only one mundane portion.
And how do we know which scroll to grab? Are we just grabbing them all?
We need to grab one as an example, so we can see them, or if we can grab a couple as an example. And then, yeah, if you had time to see if, I suppose, Black Arrows, or no, I guess we want to leave Black Arrows in case there's a thing, but... Yeah.
Black Arrows isn't in...
and it's probably not there, yeah.
She specifically mentioned that hers was,
was
made
it
and
gonna
kept
be?
in Neverwinter.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
So it's just shard.
Yeah.
Okay, and getting into the window, whatever. Fucking get in there somehow. No big deal, right?
Yeah, it's a window.
Alright.
Hopefully.
Anybody have break window potion?
Nah.
No, but I have a, what's that thing you toss? The spark plug?
Yeah.
Spark plug.
Yeah, spark plug's something in them just shatters windows. Yeah.
Oh,
cast-
quartz. It has quartz in it.
I cast rock.
Yeah, I cast rock. Yeah. There's some guy who made his orc. He had an orc fighter, but he thought it was a wizard. He just flavored all his spells as shit
Yeah.
an orc fighter
I
would
cast fist.
do. Yeah, or like knock was just him kicking a fucking door down. I like the one. It was it was a orc barbarian / druid or something, and he transforms into a tree in the middle of a village, and the two guards see him turn into a tree, but then he uses intimidate to just convince the guards that they didn't see anything. Yeah, no, that was always a tree. Yep, I didn't see anything. One of us lies. One of us only lies. God damn it, Steve! I apologize 10 times. The best scene ever is Titan AE when they're trying to trick the guard, and the guard like goes off on this big like spiel about how it's not possible at all that you're a traitor and that guy's your prisoner. And the guy's just like, who would have guessed? A smart guard. And then they shoot him or something.
Yeah, they shoot him anyway, yeah.
That was a good movie. I remember that.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, like not, even if you ignore like the actual like the graphics for the time and like the story epicness and stuff, just like the writing of the characters was so good. Yeah. So what's your plan? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do things.
I might be able to pick the save if the knock spell doesn't turn out.
You think?
Find familiar. It pretty much lets me take on the senses of whatever familiar I summoned. If I summon an octopus, octopi have incredibly delicate suckers that they use to like move around their environment. Like they can
Yeah,
pretty
they
much
have,
taste and hear shit through it.
It's like spatial memory.
Yeah,
They can
and I'm
actually
thinking
like
the octopus.
map an entire environment with their tentacles. It's very cool.
Exactly. I'm thinking he could put the tentacles on the safe door and try and pick the lock using his suckers that way.
Fucking amazing door.
But that's about as far as I could think of it as a druid. I'm no rogue.
So are we all set up to start this little heist of ours?
If everyone wants to place their character on the outside of the building where they plan to be,
Those the gray squares?
yeah, anything outside of what you can see essentially, and then that way you can the people who aren't breaking in can kind of just like be at a door.
I'll just chill outside Sharna's window on ground level for now.
Yeah, anyone going in then
What's going on?
will know what crew. Yeah, there's like a wind.
Omega, your fan is pointing at your microphone.
Omega.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
yay. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yep.
Oh, wind. Yeah, it's good now. Thanks.
Sorry, Omega, I didn't know we were doing anything today.
What? Oh.
All right.
Look at this motley crew gathering up here.
All right.
I'm
real
proud
quick-
of us.
All right, real quick before we do this. Oh wait, no, you sent it to me. But Mithril, yeah, never mind. Yeah, you did send it to me.
Yay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, everyone's over there? Okay.
The horse is there too.
Well, Carly said I should be riding on it, so I'm like, I'll do that.
Nice.
Oh, that was an example of like you being like the getaway man, but like, hey,
That's funny.
All right, everyone, try and act inconspicuous.
So where's the office? Which window?
This one.
Just under Thok there.
Yeah, the bottom left corner is the office. And everyone else is just chilling around by the back door there. The horse is gonna start climbing the wall.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the story.
It's
My character's on top.
yeah.
Go Spider Horse.
Oh, there we go.
Spider,
kinda works.
Spider horse is
Spider
actually
horse.
terrifying.
Here, I'll move the horse to behind.
Oh yeah, has anybody seen the Arcadian?
I was gonna watch that last week.
Oh my god. That's all I could think of when somebody said Spider Horse. It was like those monsters from that movie. It was just like that was awful.
Yeah,
That was
it's
the
not
one.
good. Huh?
That was the one recent movie where I was like, Nicolas Cage was not the worst thing about this movie.
Oh no.
I'm a sexy cat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some of the effects look pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, a lot of it looked pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So, some of you are waiting outside, and some are you going in this window. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah. So
Yeah, definitely.
What?
Yeah, no,
what's that?
I'm not going.
Not
But
going in the window, Isaac.
no, I'm not. I am way too. I'm way too clunky to be stealthy.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself. Either way, just in case.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll go ahead and do that too.
Alrighty. Yeah,
I'll
so-
wild shape into a spider, like just an everyday spider.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, like a tiny, tiny, tiny spider?
Doesn't have to really be tiny, just not a massive one.
Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. That's like a normal spider,
Yeah,
not a
like a huntsman, basically.
Yeah. Here
Okay.
I'll
think-
drag it out and give you permission and stuff. But yeah, anyone who's going in,
What the fuck is my token?
should do so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just be on a lookout.
Should be
anything.
in players.
Okay, so Arzix and Houch, right? That's who's going in with me.
Yeah, I am for sure.
Yeah, I'll be going in too.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Aurora.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
R6 House and Aurora.
Okay, Aurora, you should have this profile for Spider in your journal now.
Yep, I see it here. Thank you
Perfect.
kindly.
Yep.
I'm a
Monroe,
spooter.
Monroe, real quick, what kind of armor do you have?
Scale mail.
Scale mail. Would you appreciate a chain shirt?
They
sure.
they would both
Oh, they
give
both-
him.
Both at a disadvantage either way.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
same
I'm pretty
thing.
sure.
No, a chain shirt doesn't have disadvantage,
Are you sure?
but it is one less.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It is a chain shirt. Is,
Oh yeah, 'cause it's not chain mail, it's chain shirt. I
yeah,
see.
chain
Okay.
shirt is AC 13 plus your dex.
Yeah,
Okay.
up to 2.
Yeah,
which
so
is
that'd
pretty
be
good.
actually 13.
It'd be 15.
Actually, that's the same as what I had. 15. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
Hang on. Plus my dex is 3.
Yeah, but it
Or does
only
it have a
it's a
max?
max of 2.
Oh, a max of 2.
Yeah.
Max
Oh,
of
okay, yeah,
2,
yeah.
God damn it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be if it's quieter, it'd probably be better for this. I could lose an AC for that if we got something
It
in
is
vault.
quieter. Yeah.
You can have it anyway. Yeah. Just,
Alright,
just go
sure.
ahead and take. Yeah, just go ahead and take my chain shirt. Yeah. I mean, it's the least I could do.
Okay. So the little spider, Blackfeet and House are going inside. Yeah.
I believe so.
And everyone else is exactly where they want to be before we roll
Yeah, I'll
initiative
be
for
on the
this.
I'll be on the kind of on the corner watching from both sides of this part of the thing away because this is the opposite side of the carnival. So yeah, I'll just be watching from here just because.
Would it be? Yeah, it's on the left of the. You'd be like to your guys' back would be the elf alchemist shop.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you can hear the carnival, but everyone's there and it's far away.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty unlikely anyone random's gonna come by, and even if they do, there's literally a knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Running security for the mayor.
So
Yep.
prior to going through the window, is anything need to be done, or are you 3 ready to go in?
Anybody have anything they can detect on the window? Just asking. No.
Thanks, Houch. I can't unsee it
I can
now.
roll a perception.
Yeah, if you
No,
want.
I'm gonna come
sure.
in with.
Just look up at the window.
Where are you
Wait,
going?
No, Arxis, can you please
Ar-
use your wand?
Arzix just walked through the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
No, you didn't.
What?
Yeah, I
Shit.
saw him. He just walked into the building. Everything's triggered. The entire building explodes. Campaign over.
Well, that was fun.
Good game, y'all. See you next week.
Yeah.
When we're playing a completely new campaign that Colin has to put together.
Yeah.
No,
Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Omega 13 is activated. We go back in time 13 seconds,
I don't
and
know what the
R6
fuck happened.
doesn't walk through the floor or the door or the floor.
Or the floor.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna cast.
Yeah, I was trying to say I would go in, but It kept disconnecting. I'm gonna have to leave here soon. It's not working.
I'm trying
Nothing
to.
is
Well,
working.
Yeah.
before you disappear again, I just want you to use your wand to see if you can't detect any traps on the window or where we're trying to enter.
Yes, sir. How do I do that?
I
I
don't know.
think you
Does
just
this
used an
thing work?
action to do it. Then where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Omega,
Kinda like
not a
tap the-
secret. So
Oh.
it has 3 charges. While holding, you can use an action to expend a charge. If a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. So it would be what, 10, 15, and then so it'd be about 15 up, and then how many to the right? Where is my measuring sticky? So you're standing like right below the window, I'm assuming. So 30 feet, it's like anywhere in there. So there is no secret doors. There is a trap, but all it does is point it at you. So your wand is pointing slightly up and at an angle. Probably like in like this direction.
Look at it go. I kind of motioned
So
everybody.
there's
Look at it.
definitely a trap, and it's pointing, but you're standing on the ground, and the window is like 15 feet above you. So your wand's just kind of like pointing up and in that direction.
All right, so you only have 2 more uses on that thing today. But it doesn't look like the window is trapped. Let's go ahead and get our ingress team in there.
Yeah,
Get
it's
it
not
battered,
pointing at
let's
the
get
window.
at it.
It's almost down more at an angle, as if, yeah, like you say. Okay, so the 3 of you are gonna go through the window. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm putting you in the room. We're in the room. And then like Graham's holding the spider. How is Hausch getting through the window?
I was gonna.
Did it
I'll
jump?
I'll jump. Yep.
Oh, you can jump up to 15
Oh,
feet
nice.
and like grab the seal or whatever.
Let me look at how high I can jump.
If you can jump 10 or more, I'm sure it's fine.
I think so. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
It's like Olympian level leg strength, like right there.
Yeah. So, I'll reveal the inside of this room.
Don't fuck with that wizard. He doesn't skip leg day.
Okay. So you would see the vault here in the corner. There's like the desk, and then there's a door over here. There's also a chest next to the vault. And I guess you guys can do perception.
Am I rolling perception off the spider sheet?
Yeah, you would be for now. Oh wait, what stat does perception use? So while you're in your creature forms, you retain your intellect, charisma, and wisdom. So any stats based on those 3, and I believe perception's wisdom.
Yeah, perception's wisdom.
You would use your normal character.
Sweet. Okay.
And then strength, con, and dex are the creatures.
Wait, are we all rolling perception or just the people upstairs?
Just the people upstairs. You want to roll perception? Get your ass in there, flying horse boy. The fuck, Noah?
Maybe when my horse can fly.
Listen,
Noah breaks his wand. No.
Fuck.
So,
Wait, Arxis, you going up there too, or are you staying down here?
I think wait, I should probably follow you guys, given that I have
Just to figure out where that fucking trap was.
No,
okay.
yeah.
So how are you getting up the wall and into the window? You need to raise yourself
Magic.
15
Can Flashfoot
feet.
carry him and the spider?
Well,
yeah,
I
guess
can
so.
literally just crawl up myself. So if
Yeah.
Well, you can
Blackfoot
just
just
crawl
wants
up
to
the wall,
take
yeah.
him,
Okay. Sure.
I mean, we're all neglecting like the easy answer here, and that's just like tossing me through.
I
I
was
don't
actually
know,
gonna
man.
say, I was gonna say if he wanted me to, yeah, I could pull it.
No, that's fine.
I could pull an acrobatics and
Don't
very
tell the
easily-
elf.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't dribble me, okay?
Okay, no, that's
Shot
fine.
put it.
Well, like Blackfeet could carry 1,000 Oro as a tiny spider here. So, okay, so you guys are
Yeah.
in their window. So all of you. Oh, no, sorry. Only Hausch and Oroa. You guys notice that there's like, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's a pool of blood that's like coming out from underneath the door. From the other side of the door. It's like leaking out from under.
I wonder if any of them might ask themselves if that's their problem.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
I was
to
gonna
me.
Better
say-
get into that safe.
From the task at hand.
I'm just kidding. I don't, y'all.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm,
matter.
I'm
to me.
like a raccoon, and he just dropped something shiny in front of me. It's like, I
I mean,
want to
who knows?
go
It might
see.
be- yeah, I'm not playing for y'all. Who knows? It might be important.
I'll whisper to these guys.
Oh.
Looks like somebody might have been killed or hurt.
Can in my spider form, Colin, can I
Sure.
just walk under the door sill just to kind of get a peek at the other side?
Ooh, that's really cool. I like that. Yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything before he does that?
I don't know,
Well,
like with a
Talk to him telepathically.
I'm gonna use the wand again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe use the wand first.
Whoops, I keep going reveal.
Do I have
instead
to
of
roll
5.
anything, or is it just like
No, I think you just use your action to do it.
no? Yes, then I'm gonna use the wand again.
Okay. Roll again. Roll your. Oh yeah, you don't have to roll. It's just the wand.
I like
Okay.
people making smart rolls here.
So, where is? Just let me get I'm gonna make a little tokeny thingy quickly. So your wand points, like about this area. Am I on the right layer? No, I'm not. Okay, one
No.
second. Out there.
Yeah.
I guess you can. Everybody can well. While his wand is pointed towards that area, I guess you guys can re-roll a perception with advantage if you want. Anyone who's like looking where his wand is pointing.
This is a good thing we checked first. Cheers.
Well, I don't know even that you would necessarily. Well, I guess you wouldn't know either. Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
My God!
No. You know what? I'm burning my inspiration.
Graham, you gotta save this.
Oh my God!
Oh, wow.
Hang on, we got one more. There we go. We got it.
Oh, nice.
Thank God.
What? How did you do a second one?
I burned my inspiration.
Yeah, but that's a +5.
Oh, never mind. Fuck.
So you
okay,
would've
so
got a-
15.
Yeah, 15. So you had that 15's just exactly what you need. So right where you are, you can tell that there is like essentially a trigger for this attached to the door, that if this door is opened, it's gonna drop a keg of alchemist's fire, which will then explode.
Oh, damn.
It's just a prank, y'all.
Yeah, but it
It's a
appears
social experiment.
like the way that it's set up is it's almost like it's set up for if someone comes the other way through the door.
Okay.
But as you're a tiny spider, you could just crawl under the door and not trigger this trap.
Okay, sounds good.
But-
Well, I'll go take a peek then.
Okay. So you're
Thanks for flinching.
going to
Kevin
just put
McAllister
yourself
back
like
there?
just on the other side of the door.
Is that fine? Just to throw it on the next square over here?
Yeah, to the right. I'll reveal it all here in a second.
Okay.
So as you crawl under the door, you're almost like, it's really difficult for you to go through almost because of how much blood is like seeping under this door. What am I looking for? Light. So you would kind of I'm just gonna like reveal the whole warehouse, because you could like look around. And then just give me a second here. So on the other side of this door, you see like, Oh, maybe because I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. You would see you're up on like the second balcony, and you can see these gray pillars are. It's just like it's almost like a framework. That has like a bunch of ropes and hooks from it, as if they like use that to carry boxes and stuff around. But as you're looking around, you notice that hanging, and even if at like directly above your head, hanging from all of those locations are dead miners, former workers.
Oh my god.
Damn.
And they're all hanging like
They need
from
some
those
milk.
rafters with like pools of blood beneath them. And then roll a perception. Another perception.
I was not expecting that.
Jesus.
Oh, 16.
16.
Nice. And then like across the room, there's this hanging. It's like a platform that's hanging from the roof by a rope at kind of like the same level as these beams. And on there is what you believe was the former what would have formerly housed Sharna. And it appears to have been Blood Eagled.
Oh.
Blood Eagled.
Ooh.
And like
Jeez.
as you like are taking in the scene like this, you're looking across the room and you see Sharna Blood Eagle. You can actually tell like while Blood Eagle like that, her lungs are like still breathing. Like Sharna in this like it's just a mess of gore, and all of her skin is peeled back, and you can see her internals through her back. Her ribs have literally been like split and spread apart, and her
What
lungs
the
pulled
fuck?
out into wings, and they're still breathing. She's still like alive. And then the rest of these are just like dwarves that are like hanging in various states of like dismemberment from all the rafters.
Oh no.
And then
no.
you hear like a cackling laugh from somewhere in the room that you can't identify, and I think we'll just end the session right there.